Well, listen, our marks, everybody. We're a very funny podcast out of Central Valley of California. I'm Andrew. That's Dusty.
Hey.
Follow us on all the stuff. Most importantly, the YouTubes. We are at Snark Marks Pod on Twitter and Instagram. Dusty's at Snark Mark D on Twitter. I'm at Andrew Idell on Instagram. And follow us on your favorite podcast apps.
That's right.
Your podcast appetizers.
And this week, I can't speak for Andrew, but for myself, Hungover Free Podcast.
Yeah, I'm not hungover this time. 100%. Yep.
Okay.
So, yes, this is sorry, Dusty got EMP'd. I don't know what happened. He's an international terrorist. But, yeah, I'm not hungover. Did not drink last night. Well, I haven't drank since the incident. Not that I'm trying to quit drinking. I might have a cocktail tonight or something like that. I don't drink that often. I just got super duper hammered last week. And
the ball started rolling.
Listen, I'm a 34-year-old, no kids having MFer. You know what I mean? So I can get trashed, white boy trashed every once in a while in my own place. I pay rent here, Dusty.
Look, I'm not judging. I'm just saying, if you notice an extra little spring in the step this week, it's because we haven't imbibed as of yet.
I've also got some decaf Americano going on, dude.
And look at me, hydrating.
Yeah, see? We're on a sick one right now, dude. So I texted Dusty today. Dusty, you want to read it or you want me to just say it?
Yeah, I'll read what you sent me. Apropos of nothing, the previous text that we had.
Do you think previous ends with a T?
Previous? Yeah. like provost.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. To each his own.
Bro, I thought goddamn McDonald's had 24-hour breakfast.
I thought this was a change that got made.
I believe that there are a limited amount of items that are available all day, but they're not any of the ones that you want.
These fucking animals. I thought, I think what happened is they brought it back like 10 years ago. And then changed their mind again at like probably 8 years ago. And I don't go to McDonald's for breakfast very often. And I didn't know. It missed me.
Well, it's got to be all day breakfast or all day fast food restaurant. It's just probably a nightmare. Like Jack in the Box is open 24 hours. They serve all of their items all of the time. And 3 a.m., it's got to be a nightmare to work Jack in the Box.
Kind of. I mean, the worst thing about 3 a.m. Jack in the Box is that it's 3 a.m. But, like, you're not going to get that many. You're going to get a lot of trashed shitheads, but you're not going to get that many orders. There's going to be a lot of sitting on the counter and, like, cleaning, right? But how hard is it to just keep the Egg McMuffins, like, out of the drawer? They're in the building.
No, they're creating a scarcity, Andrew.
It fucking pisses. They're creating an anger inside
an economy
my
of
gut.
of scarcity.
All I wanted was a McMuffin at 11:15 this morning. That's all I wanted.
Oh man,
I don't eat that early.
Yeah, that's. Ironically, I also have. Well, that's a devastating L. That's a tough L because now you're at McDonald's. So did you pivot and order an afternoon?
Thankfully didn't go to McDonald's. I was checking on my mobile app.
Okay.
And then I was like, okay, I've got a Carl's Jr. close to me. Guess what? They stopped doing breakfast at 10:30. Then I was like, okay, all right, Burger King, or stop at 10:30. So nobody does all day breakfast.
You don't have a Jack in the Box by you? Jack in the Box does all day breakfast.
Oh, dude, I'm sad. I think there's a Jack in the Box. I mean, I'm in Bakersfield. There's probably 15 of them, but like I don't know. I only know of one of them. I for sure there's more. I just only know of one of them, and it's not.
You're not centrally located. You didn't think to check your closeness to Jack in the Box when you rented the apartment that you're in.
That was like the number 6 on the list,
right.
And it covered the first like 4 at least. So allow this time. I just want to see how close a Jack in the Box is. I don't need to give you all these permissions. It looks like there is a Jack in the Box on Brimhall. Dude, there's so many Jack in the Boxes in Bakersfield. I don't know, man. It's not telling me how far away it is. So go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
right?
Not getting breakfast business, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I ironically also have a McDonald's story.
Oh, that's Stein. I was gonna say I think there might be a Jack in the Box closer than that McDonald's was, but I didn't know. I was looking in the wrong part of town. Okay, what's your McDonald's story?
Uh,
What the fuck, man?
now I'm back.
All
Look
right,
at
dude, I'm gonna start swinging, dog.
that. Andrew, the country's facing some turmoil these days. You know,
What happened?
things can look dark, but sometimes the darkness doesn't reach you. You know, you might not be aware of something that's happened. Andrew, the McDouble is no longer on the buy one get one free menu at McDonald's. They have removed the McDouble.
Oh no.
Do you have any idea how long the McDouble has? I don't know that I've lived, that I've breathed air that hasn't had buy one get one free McDouble available in my lifetime.
I'm get one for $1.
Well, it used to be buy one get one free, but now it's not on the value menu.
Dude, they're squeezing you, dog.
It's not on the value menu at all anymore.
Listen. I don't know. We are a declining society.
That's late stage capitalism for you.
Their sausage burrito looks like shit. But didn't you say it's like decent?
It tastes
like,
good.
not bad?
Yeah,
it
it's not bad.
It
And
looks awful.
The picante sauce that they give you with it is pretty good.
Dude, McDonald's does sauces, man. We know that.
Look, and
so you've got a double cheeseburger on there. What's the difference?
Well, I have to tell you, that's what the woman suggested to me at the counter, because I was like, "Can I get a McDouble and a hot and spicy McChicken?" And she goes, "Do you want the McDouble because it's not on the value menu anymore?" And I was like, "Oh." And she goes,
Excuse
"Would you like?" Yeah, I'm sorry. What's that? I just drive through. I just drive into the street, over the median.
Just car through the windows in the lobby of the McDonald's.
Yeah. So she's like, "Would you like the double cheeseburger instead?" And I was like, yeah, I guess." And I honestly, I can't really tell you the difference. I don't know. It has onions. It's got, maybe it doesn't have pickles. I don't know.
I'm guessing. I think the McDouble might be a little bigger. Oh, 4 differences to know.
I'm trying. Somebody wrote an article.
Somebody wrote an article.
Yeah.
McDouble
NPR
versus
is
double
doing.
cheeseburger.
NPR is expanding.
And of course, do you want to guess
stuff.
whether they used a looks like probably AI cheeseburger picture? Look at this shit. Look at this abomination of a cheeseburger. This looks so couldn't be more unappetizing, this cheeseburger. There's some uncanny valley stuff. Look at the bottom bun, how white that is on the bottom there. That's just gross.
If you give it one
unmelted cheese.
If you give it one glance, you're like, that's a cheeseburger. But then if you start to dig into it,
if you pay any attention at all, let's see. Despite the taste, there are also many differences between them. Many, Dusty. Number 1, number of cheese slices.
Those motherfuckers.
Both burgers are made with the same ingredients such as cheese, onion, and beef patties that are used to make burgers, but there is one more cheese slice on the double cheeseburger than the McDouble. You're getting more cheese.
I'm getting more cheese. Look at that.
All right. So check one for the double. But I'm guessing the McDouble's bigger. That's what I'm thinking. Let's go to the number 2. It's the main difference between them, though. So, some consumers state that the difference is one a bit drier than the other. Thank you for the information. Don't tell us which one people say is drier. I don't know who wrote this.
Just one is more than the other. Just
2,
so you know.
Taste. This is a bad article. The second difference is the taste the 2 typically provide. Double cheeseburger is known for its excellent taste. The burger is very juicy. This is so stupid. The McDouble has a very dull taste and seems to be popular with folks who have just gotten used to it over the years.
This is a pro.
This
This
is
is a pro double
McDouble.
cheeseburger.
This is McDouble propaganda.
Yeah. Well, it's McDouble erasure. It's double cheeseburger propaganda. Double cheeseburger tastes good. McDouble is for a bunch of dudes whose taste buds are dull. What an idiot you were to take the McDouble they were giving you for all these years.
The third difference, price. A double cheeseburger is a bit more costly than the McDouble. Listen, I feel like you're getting a good deal here, according to this.
Look,
I think Big McDonald's, which is just McDonald's, might have written this. The nutritional composition. Let's go to that.
No, you don't realize there's a bigger McDonald's that controls McDonald's. One big McDonald's controls.
It's in Utah for some reason. Cheeseburger.
It's become sentient.
A double cheeseburger has 60 more calories, which is probably that slice of cheese, right?
Yeah.
I don't care how many grams of dietary fiber. Why did you tell me that? How much diet? Oh, I guess this is written really weird. I feel like this was probably written by AI.
Your nemesis.
Yeah.
Juiciness and dryness.
Juiciness and dryness, just so you know. As was pointed out, the McDouble is a bit dry and seems less juicy because this burger contains only one slice of cheese. All the juice comes from the cheese. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say this. It might be controversial. I don't want juicy cheese.
I feel like juicy cheese. I mean, a good like mozzarella, you're gonna get some juice on there. You know what I mean?
Sure.
American cheese.
I want that dry as the Mojave, the beautiful Mojave of America.
Dude, you gotta see this graph. Hold on, like this. They made it. They
made an infographic.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
Double cheeseburger versus McDouble. Number of cheese slices: 2, 1. Taste. Double cheeseburger tastier. McDouble less tasty.
McDouble's getting dunked on, dude.
Price. It looks like the McDouble is slightly less expensive.
As it should be if it's drier and tastes worse.
Juiciness.
Yeah.
Double cheeseburger juicy. McDouble less juicy. Dryness. Double cheeseburger less dry. And the McDouble dry. I feel like this is redundant here.
Wait, why? How could the double cheeseburger be juicier and drier?
No, it's juicier, but it's less dry.
Oh, okay.
So it's just redundant. It's
right.
Just,
so
they're just restating it. Popularity: double cheeseburger popular, McDouble relatively popular.
Dude, I don't know a single person. Until today, I've never ordered a double cheeseburger at McDonald's. I didn't even know they had it.
All right, Dusty.
So
maybe next week on the podcast, we both have some homework.
Okay.
I know people aren't going to want to hear us eat on the podcast, but they might have to. I think we both come in with a cheeseburger and a McDouble, and then we compare. We see how it goes.
That's so funny.
I'm gonna star this article.
Also, taste is a subjective measurement.
No, dude, there's a graph.
No, the salt content. You'll find the salt content in the patties of the double cheeseburger pairs wonderful with that extra pair of cheese. You stupid idiot.
And if you see this graph, McDouble is less tasty.
Well, yeah, but I guess the point of this entire podcast is subjectivity, but.
Yeah, that's what we should have called it, to be honest.
Yeah.
People know what we're actually saying when I say it on the radio. Snark marks. No, it's SNARK, MARKS. It's kind of a wrestling thing. It's also, we didn't know this, but it's also a punctuational symbol. I don't know, man. It rhymes.
If you know about wrestling, you'll think that's pretty clever. Oh, you don't know about wrestling? Okay, that's fine.
Then you won't understand it at all. You won't even know how to spell it, even though it's 2 easy words.
Then you won't give a shit, will you? This isn't for you then.
Fucking idiots we are.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have to rename this podcast. We can keep the wrestling name. We think it's funny.
I'm working myself into a shoot. You don't know what a shoot is either? Come on, man.
God damn it.
I'm getting hot.
Man, I feel like I ate a cheeseburger with one more slice of cheese.
I feel like I ate a juicier cheeseburger than normal. The thing is, what really might be the damning bit of evidence is I couldn't really tell the difference between the McDouble and the double cheeseburger. And if it's cheaper and it has more cheese and is apparently more delicious, maybe McDonald's is helping me secretly, and I never knew.
I think they might be doing you a solid. Like,
I was selling myself short. There's a new guy.
Take the one with the juicy cheese.
Yeah. Were you aware that there's an extra slice of cheese? We've kept that hidden for so long. It was a real cloak and dagger situation. We didn't want Burger King to know.
There's a new gun in town.
Yeah.
Tell your friends. Tell your friends.
Due to corporate espionage, we heard that the Jack in the Box was going to put 2 extra slices of cheese. So we had to bring the double cheeseburger out of hiding.
And we could not let that stand.
Yeah.
Well, I think the thing is,
we've had him in the bullpen for years, just warming up. He's been in AA restaurants, just getting his reps up.
And boy, does he have a heater. I think the thing is, I think we expect the McDouble to be better, because I would have guessed McDouble's better. I told you, I think it's bigger. I think it's because it's got a name, and it's not just a double cheeseburger. Why would they name the worst one? The dry, less tasty, without the juicy cheese.
Right. And McDouble is kind of fun to say.
It is fun, yeah.
Yeah, you know. But I'll tell you this. That hot and spicy McChicken, they've really done some work. They've done good work in that realm.
Man, I guess I gotta give the spicy McChicken a shot. I like McChickens. I don't do the shreddis. I'm not a shredded lettuce guy.
Yeah.
I think it's the worst thing humankind has ever invented. And I'd mean that. But they've also got the nugs on there, and then the fries. So if you do the buy one get one for $1, you would have went McChicken, McDouble, and then got a fry on the side, right?
No. I just get a McChicken McDouble.
Dude, what?
I don't get fries.
Fuck, Dusty. I don't know if I'm comfortable doing a podcast. You go to McDonald's and don't get French fries?
I want 2 sandwiches.
Oh, that's the worst thing.
I like sandwiches.
I'm gonna puke. Because I can't get like nuggets without the fries, burgers without the fries. What are you doing?
I want 2 sandwiches. Give me double entree, dude. I don't need the side, the fries, the side of fries does nothing for me.
That's like a top 3 fry in the world.
If the double cheeseburger hadn't been suggested to me by the absolute amazing worker at this McDonald's, I was going to pivot to the 6-piece nug and get some sweet and sour in there.
6-piece nuggets are good. Oh, by the way, I got nuggets a couple weeks ago. I forgot to talk about this on the podcast. I got sweet and sour and barbecue.
Yeah. Instead
of just sweet and sour this time. And barbecue's pretty banging. I'm gonna be honest.
The barbecue does have a rich, tangy flavor.
It is a weird, it's another thing. Probably not good on literally anything else. But
yeah, it feels synthetic, but in like the best way.
Yeah,
like it pairs perfectly
like everything else at McDonald's.
Yeah, like it's like it might be battery acid. You could maybe clean your engine block with it, you know?
Oh yeah.
But it tastes good paired with whatever the chicken McNugget is actually made of.
Yeah.
Tastes great.
Yeah, it's like McDonald's creates puzzle pieces. Like everything fits together perfectly, and then it doesn't fit with anything else. Like
right. It's like a fast food Da Vinci Code where it's like you got to rotate that fucking thing just right to unlock it. That's the only combination that works for it.
Oh, but when you get it,
yeah. When you nail it, it's special.
I'm still like a sweet and sour loyalist. Like sweet and sour, it didn't like take over for me. But
oh no, it's a nice it's a nice pairing.
Nice little thing. You get a little bit, maybe your mood switches from second to second. You can go, okay, I'm feeling a sweet and sour bite this time.
Yeah. And they used to have hot mustard. I don't know if they still have hot mustard, but the hot mustard was pretty good too.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be surprised to find out. I'm
not a hot mustard guy.
I don't need any hot mustard. I like sweet and sour. I like barbecue. When I go to Chick-fil-A, I get the Chick-fil-A sauce and the Polynesian. I don't need shit else.
That spicy sriracha sauce from Chick-fil-A, like they sell it at the store. I have to not buy it because I'll put it on it.
Drink it.
Yeah, I'll put it on everything. And the sugar content within the spicy sriracha sauce. Big problem.
Yeah,
But
I
it
bet the
tastes-
sugar content in the Polynesian is through the roof too.
Yeah. That's another thing. It's well trotted. I know we've talked about it. I don't need the nutritional facts at the fast food restaurant. I got it. Like, and I've made the choice.
Yeah, but it is to get people. It's like hey, this causes cancer on cigarettes. It's like, hey, like we told you that this is gonna kill you.
Yeah.
So when you die, your kids can't
I
sue
guess
us.
you can't feign ignorance, but
Yeah,
you can't feign ignorance anyway. What did
I
you
generally
think?
agree with you. Yeah.
What did you think was going to happen? Like,
I'm gonna go to fucking In-N-Out today. I can tell you that.
I know what I'm doing. I already do. Like, I have food at home. I don't want that food. I want this, and I don't want to think
garbage.
about it. Yeah, I want this to. I want my body to try to fuel itself on the nutritional value of the hot and spicy McChicken sandwich. And then I'm like, why am I so tired all the time?
That's it's like you watch Young Guns. It's like Billy the Kid. You got to test yourself every day or else you get slow.
Yeah,
you got to do that to your body's processes. Like if it can be efficient enough to keep me alive off of microwave burritos and what was I eating today? These little like gummy squares from Trader Joe's that are just fucking. They really like. I ate like too many of them last night playing video games. I'm 34 years old, and I got a stomach ache. And my body's like, dude, what the hell? You went to the doctor this week, and he told you can't do normal things that ever. My doctor told me, how old are you? I said 34. He goes, you're 42.
Your processes are just begging, like, please send some water through here, dude. Just some water is all we need.
He's like, Andrew, you got to do different things than other people. He's like, a bunch of your stuff's broken, so you can't think, hey, I'm a 34-year-old guy, I'm still young. You're not 34. He's like, your metabolic age is a lot older than that. I was like, oh, good. It's not like I worry about my own mortality constantly.
That's tough too. That's because
I'm skinny. Like I'm supposed to live long. You see people live 100 years old. They look like me.
Yeah, they're that's really one of. I've never had a doctor say something that funny to me before.
My doctor's hilarious.
That's
I
really
can tell you
funny.
some things that he's told me that like I can't say on the podcast.
Yeah.
But he is very funny. But anyway,
we're not here to just talk about McDonald's, although we could go on.
We could have a full-on McDonald's podcast. I want to test the double cheeseburger against McDouble. We'll talk about that offline. But we have a hold on. It is the month of months, Dusty.
That's right. But other people, they want to celebrate the end of the year. They want to have big blowouts at the end of the year. Not us. We know where it's at. We know the month that's best. Really vamping while you try to get your sound effects up.
Dude,
you know?
Appreciate that.
Mark's Madness!
Do you think that soundbite raised?
Yeah, dude.
You think that soundbite raised your metabolic age?
Yeah, dude. I literally, it was like 40 to 41, 41 and a half.
You did that scream. You're 62 years old, though.
I can't even do it anymore. I've got the vocal cords of a 60-year-old man now. I used to sing like an angel. But it is the month of months. It is the March Madness.
Hell yeah.
We toyed with it 2 years ago. We did a college basketball bracket that was fine, but what we like to do is we like to rank things. And we did, if you listened to our episode, I don't know, like 6 weeks ago now, we constructed a bracket of the worst songs in the world. Few caveats. We want these songs to be popular. We want them to not be like joke songs. And Dusty and I were both terrified of touching rap music with this. Because like, some sort of like anything other than the fact that it's not made for us. Like, I'm gonna say, like, there's a song that goes, you a jerk, I know, you a jerk, I know, you a jerk, I know, that I think it's awful. It's like it's worse than most of these songs on this list right here.
Right.
Super not for me. Like I went to a baseball game. We were playing a team called Edison High School. They literally had the phrase "the Dirty Dozen" painted on the inside of their dugout, and there were 12 of their players. And they played that song and were doing the jerk dance outside of the dugout before beating us like 15-1 in the playoffs. So
sound like
not
jerks.
for me.
Yeah.
Not for me.
I think it's like all the mumble rap and all that stuff. Like I don't know enough about it. It all sounds bad to me.
Yeah, it sucks. It's really bad.
It's not for me. And so it's hard to judge. And it's also, like Andrew said, a lot of the songs for rap that I could think of, the main thing that I could say about them is there's a lot of misogyny in this song, which is bad.
Yeah.
But which is obviously bad. But I'm like, I don't have anything to say about it as far as aside from, they shouldn't talk like that, I guess.
Yeah, and it's not fun, funny, or entertaining to watch two almost middle-aged white guys make fun of Ice Spice, because I think she's awful. But who cares what I think about her, right?
Yeah.
So
again, just not for me. So
this is the Hey Soul Sister Memorial, Stay in Your Lane Tournament of Crap. That's what we'll call it.
Yeah. Well, and we also, in the same vein, there's a lot of new country music that's also, it's not punching down because these people make money off of it and there are people that like it, but it's like a low-hanging fruit is what I'll call it. Because like I think she thinks my tractor's sexy, honky tonk badonkadonk. I could go on for days talking about how terrible I think these songs are, but also they're not for me. They're for somebody, and in often a lot of cases huge groups of somebody, and it's never affecting me, and it's not enough in my life where I have to like listen to it or deal with it. So I just put it over there. I'll never listen to it, but I don't want to talk about it either.
And there's some shitty country on this. There's like 3 country songs on this, and they're bad songs. There is a modicum of what you're talking about, Dusty, where like we grew up in country land. Like a lot of the country songs are songs that our friends listen to, that our family listens to. Well, my family, Dusty doesn't have a family.
No.
I
imagine that they would listen to them if they were around.
They named him Dusty, so they probably.
Yeah, if we ever had a family barbecue, I'm sure they'd want to listen to these songs there. Yeah. I'd like to.
Or they'd be doing various rain dances around the fire.
Yeah. I can imagine the warmth of a family at a picnic listening to these songs. Man, I can imagine it, but never
you can only imagine.
I can only imagine it.
And that what would I do? It.
Yeah.
We put I can only imagine on this. We should have thought about putting a Christian song on this. I'm trying to. We could have been able to find a pretty good one, but anyway, that's a different rabbit hole.
I feel like most of the songs on this list fall into like 3 categories. Not every song, but 3 main categories came up for me, which is 1. Like really terrible country music, what I'd like to call EA Sports background songs.
I think that's good. Yeah. If
they
made like made a pro bull riding league video game, it would be the whole menu.
Yeah. These songs have appeared on Madden, or if not, they were trying to get on Madden.
Dirt Road Anthem was definitely on a Madden. I doubt they put Mr. Mom on a Madden, but it's in the vein.
And then third is a type of song that I'd like to call "Just Go to Therapy, Man."
Yeah,
and that's the type of music that I dislike the most.
Trainor.
And then Meghan Trainor, yeah. The type of music that I dislike the most, I think, is the "Hey, just go to therapy, man."
Hey,
yeah. Hey, you should go to therapy. Yeah. You have generational trauma, and it is keeping you from attaching yourself to people in a meaningful way. You're crazy.
You're compensating for your lack of emotional depth and intelligence. Hey.
You can't just keep projecting on all your partners because it's not them.
And probably get fewer tattoos. Not the tattoos are bad. You just make really bad tattoo decisions.
You should talk to your dad. If you can't talk to your dad, talk to someone about your dad. That's who's qualified and not just a friend in the back of a pickup. Like that's there's about a quarter of these songs that all fall into that vein. So
we had well, real quick, yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll run down the list, and when we get to the song that we are replacing a song, and I have to apologize to Jacob because it was one of Jacob's songs, but our friend Kai, when we did this podcast originally, reached out. Really good point. We're not following her advice to a T, and I'll explain that, but we did eliminate this song. So in no particular order. Crazy Bitch by Buck Cherry. That might be in a particular order. That one. Right. That's the first song. Porn Star Dancing by My Darkest Days. That is the song that we are replacing.
And I would like to say that is not in any way an endorsement of Porn Star Dancing. Truly one of the worst songs I've ever heard.
Yes. Listen to it. I'm not going to play a bunch of music on this podcast because YouTube got very mad the last time I played a bunch of music on a podcast.
Who was it that got mad? I forget.
It was AC/DC, bro.
Yeah, they are very litigious.
Dude, they got really mad because I played a bunch of music on the Dad Rock. And to be honest, I didn't listen to that whole podcast except for when I was editing it. The music didn't sound great. Some weird background muting thing happens that I can't figure out. So we're just going to not play music on this. We do have the playlist that I will repost on our stories, or maybe I'll just no. You know what? I will post it in our stories, but I'm also going to link it in our bio on Spotify because stories only stay up for 24 hours.
Right.
So I will have a link to the playlist in the bio of our Instagram if you want to check out the playlist while all this. If you don't know any of the songs, because you have to listen to Porn Star Dancing. It's awful. It is offensive. It's got Nickelback in it, and it's bad. It's worse than any Nickelback song.
Jacob hit a 3-pointer from the other side of the gym on this one. It was I was completely unaware of it beforehand, and it every time it comes up on the playlist, because I'm listening through these songs, I'm like, blah. Yeah. God, I hate this thing.
It's puke. It is audible puke. But Kai's point was that we have a lot of butt rock on here, and it didn't make sense to add another butt rock song, specifically one that nobody knows.
Isn't in the greater cultural consciousness.
Yeah, because if the whole world agrees that a song stinks, we don't have to talk about it on this. So so she suggested an 80s song because Kai hates music from the 80s. I completely disagree with her. I tried to look up worst 80s songs of all time. She hates Wake Me Up Before You Go by Wham. That's the worst opinion she's ever had in her life. There's just, the worst song I could think of from the 80s. There were 2 songs. Red Red Wine sucks. I think Red Red Wine sucks.
Yeah. We built this city.
That's the one that everybody
great.
talks about. Yeah, it's not good either. I don't like Don't Worry, Be Happy. But that's not in the vein of what Kai was talking about. Kai just doesn't like 80s music, like the synthesizer type shit, which I love. I love that.
I was really trying to think of what's an 80s song that I really, really hate. And aside from Heaven Is a Place on Earth, you hate Heaven Is a Place on Earth.
Oh boy, do I hate that song! But I knew nobody else wanted a piece of it. So
and there's not every 80s song is great, but there's nothing that I hate as much as I hate some of the other songs on this list.
Yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace Porn Star Dancing with Mr. Mom, which was a legitimate hit at the time on the country records. It was everywhere when I was in, I think, 8th grade, if I had to guess, is when that song came out. And it's bad. It's really bad. It's by Lone Star, I believe, right?
Lone Star is the band.
Yeah. So, Baby, I'm amazed by you. I think that's the name. So we're going to replace Porn Star Dancing with Mr. Mom. Accidental Racist by Brad Paisley and LL Cool J. Paralyzer by Finger 11. Dirt Road Anthem by Jason Aldean. All About That Bass by Megan Trainor. Fireflies by Owl City. Lips of an Angel by Hinder. I Hate Everything About You by Breaking Benjamin. Remember the Name by Fort Minor. Centuries by Fall Out Boy. And Let It Rock by Kevin Rudolph. Boy, I listened to a lot of these songs today.
We really did a lot of work.
Dude, This truly is a tournament of crap. Like, and to be honest, Soul Sister does belong on this list. I would gladly replace one of these songs with Soul Sister, but that song's very famously bad. It is also Pat Finnerty does the big "What Makes This Song Stink" thing on YouTube, and he made a very good episode about why that song stinks.
Right. We don't want to why be second best at tearing down Hey Soul Sister.
It's already been done.
Yeah. I have to tell you that there was some embarrassment because when we were thinking about replacing the songs, one of the songs, I suggested Mambo Number 5, which is a terrible song, truly awful. But I was like, is it really so terrible? Because I was like, I don't know. There's like the horns are kind of hooky, whatever. So I put it on when I had to go run some errands this morning, and I had my windows down, and I rolled them up. Because
you didn't want to,
because my neighbors,
the person driving around listening to Mambo Number 5,
because my neighbors were out, and I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't be seen being this guy right now. And every time I stopped somewhere and one of these songs is blasting out of my car radio, I'm like, dude, I was just thinking about like how much work I'm gonna have to do to unfuck my Spotify Wrapped at the end of this year because of this tournament of crap.
Funny. No, well, you know what I thought about? That's funny because I had the same idea. But kind of the opposite. I was like, man, would it be worth it to pay for Spotify? Like have a second account and only listen to the worst music in the world, so I could like just every once in a while just click it and just leave it, like turn the volume down or whatever, just so I could have the funniest Spotify Wrapped.
Top 5 song of the year, Accidental Racist.
Yeah, just to have that, and then like the just bullshit like the Airbud soundtrack and shit. Like,
I had
just for the joke
while I was shopping. Crazy Bitch by Buckcherry was playing because I take my headphones when I go shopping.
Yeah,
because I'm not interested in interpersonal conversations with other people, and except the cashier. When I get in line, I take my headphones off because I'm not a maniac.
Yeah.
I talk to the cashier because they have to communicate with me. Other people, I don't want to communicate with. And I don't want to play my music on my phone out loud where everyone has to hear it because, again, not a maniac. Stop doing that.
I talked about that on my on my radio show this week. And I was like, hey, if you're going to be that guy, by the way, don't be that guy. Download our app. At least give me some free publicity.
Yeah, do something to help us out
while you're driving everybody else nuts.
But Crazy Bitch was playing in my headphones, and I was embarrassed, even though no one could hear it, because I was like, "What if someone hears me listening to Crazy Bitch while I'm shopping?" And there's like an old woman, and it's, "Hey, you're crazy," and like I just couldn't. I was like, I don't want to be doing this.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that. I'm not sure Crazy Bitch is going to win this. They're the 1 seed, but like, I don't know. I'm not sure because this is very mood dependent. There are days where like a certain one of these songs really irks me, and there's certain days when they don't. But I do think looking at this list, Crazy Bitch is probably the most embarrassing one to be heard.
Which one I want to hear? Which one I want someone? Yeah, the one I want people. If my headphones died and it started playing, the one I would be the least excited about. Someone else hearing. Also, Porn Star Dancing, because it's just gross, and I'm like, I'm around other people, and I'm like, I don't like it.
Yeah, so, that I agree with you on that. That is definitely not one you want.
You created a bracket, right?
I did create a bracket, so we had 12, and because we had 12, we had to do 4 buys, and the 4 buys we decided, and there was no real. Like, we didn't debate any of these buys. It was very
There's no
quick.
pushback. Yeah, these guys dominated the regular season. They earned it.
The 4 buys were Accidental Racist, All About That Bass Fireflies, and the aforementioned Crazy Bitch. Let me get this done. There you go. Here's the bracket. Okay, so we've got some interesting matchups in round 1, right? So the 9 seed, I Hate Everything About You, is going up against the 8 seed, Lips of an Angel. Now that one's a slam dunk for me. We'll talk about it. in the second matchup, we've got the 5 seed Mr. Mom versus the 12 seed Let It Rock. And I haven't, because we did a last minute switch of Mr. Mom and Let It Rock, that's a tough one for me. We're going to have to talk that one through.
Yeah.
The third matchup, 11 seed Centuries by Fall Out Boy versus the 6 seed Paralyzer by Finger 11. Yuck.
Two top schools going at it.
Oh man, that is Duke UNC if I've ever seen it. And the last one is the 7 seed Dirt Road Anthem versus the 10 seed Remember the Name. If we want to look a little bit further down the bracket, big matchup coming up after that, because whichever is the worst song out of those two faces Accidental Racist in the quarterfinals.
A juggernaut. So
I guess that's the elite 8. That's not the
Final Four. Yeah. This also is going to be a situation where we're gonna have to let some truly terrible songs off the hook. Like some truly terrible songs are going to lose, quote unquote, and be out. But that should in no way be seen as an endorsement of any of these songs.
Yes, the people who are bounced in the first round of this and are just out should also quit music. Like It's not. This isn't.
Yeah.
This isn't. Oh, we've actually you're good now. No. You're not good. You made it to the 12 worst songs of all time, not including rap. Okay, so
it's the 91 Bulls versus the 92 Bulls versus the 93 Bulls, etc. They're all championship caliber songs. They're just somebody's got to win this thing.
Exactly, somebody's got to win. There's got to be somebody. So we'll just get right into it. First matchup. I Hate Everything About You versus Lips of an Angel. Like I said, this one's an easy one for me. I listened to both of them today.
Yeah.
Do you want me to say what my conclusion is, or do you want to work it out a little bit?
Well, firstly, this is 2 of the "Hey, Go to Therapy" songs.
Truly is, yes.
Up against everything.
Yes.
I Hate Everything About You. The lyrics are insane.
Yeah.
The whole chorus. There's like 3 or 4 times they go to the chorus. I hate everything about you. Why do I love you? I hate everything about you. Why do I love you? Is the main chorus. Then at the end, I hate, you hate, I hate, you love me. I hate everything about you. Why do you love me?
Yeah, because there is I hate everything about you. Why do I love you? Then you hate everything about me. Why do you love me?
Yeah.
And so at the end, it's like, I hate, you love me. I hate, you hate, I hate, I love,
hey.
you hate, I love, hey.
hate. And it's like, this dude's obsessed. Every time we lie awake, after every hit we take, every feeling that I get, but I haven't missed you yet. Only when I stop to think about it.
Is this song about drugs?
Maybe it's about drugs.
I think it just hit me. I think this song's about drugs.
No, maybe. Every roommate kept awake by every sigh and scream we make. No, that sounds like a person, but I guess it could also be drugs.
It could be just a guy on meth vacuuming at 3 a.m.
It's true. I guess if it's about drugs, that is an unexpected level of depth that I have to give this song. So,
I'm looking it up.
Yeah,
I'm looking to see like song meanings of Breaking Benjamin. What the fuck is where's my life gone?
The guy who invented the internet could never imagine that this is what we would use it for.
Reddit. Somebody posted on Reddit. Do Breaking Benjamin songs have a set meaning, or are they open for interpretation? God damn. That is just, imagine. The guy's name is Ketchup King Nate.
This is like, I think I told you, I saw an interview with Green Day one time where they were taking fan questions, and somebody asked Billy Joe if the Boulevard of Broken Dreams is a real place. And you can see him trying his hardest not to make fun of the person that just asked that question. Like, of course
Okay.
it's not. He's like,
Can I like visit the Boulevard of
yeah,
Broken
yeah.
Dreams?
What were you thinking about?
I think, man, I feel like this is like kind of a winky drug song, but
Okay,
it doesn't seem that he's ever like told people it's about drugs. He says, but it could also just be about a toxic relationship, because even every hit we take, that would be a douchey way to say every time we hang out when we shouldn't hang out, because it's
Right.
like you are like a drug to me, right?
Yeah, well, and Lips from an Angel is in the same vein. It's like,
Written by lead vocalist and produced by Gavin Brown. The theme of the song deals with love-hate relationships. Gone to your set of the track. The song's pretty blunt, it's to the point. About realizing there's something in your life you're wasting time on. I think everybody, even in this band, something, whether it's a person, a relationship, or whatever it is, you're just wasting time on it. The song is a realization of that. So like, fuck.
So we tried to give him too much.
You fuck.
And we tried to give him too much credit. That's our fault. I tried to give too much credit to 3 Days Grace.
It's a big L on my point.
I'm gonna vote for Lips of an Angel because of the way he sings the lyric. It's really good to hear your voice saying my name. It sounds so sweet.
It sounds so sweet.
And this song sucks. It's like, this dude's moved on from his relationship, but the girl he was with before is calling him now, and he's like, funny you're calling me, my girlfriend's in the next room, but I wish she was you sometimes. You suck, guy from Hinder. Like,
this one hurts for me because I don't like this song. Lips of an Angel stinks. I think it is such a slam dunk that this is fucking. I hate everything about
really?
it. Yeah,
I
so
mean,
bad.
I'll go with you here. Like, again, it doesn't take much to push me to the other side.
This is why we need a third person.
Yeah, but I think.
Listen, once again, just the last part of this song. I hate everything about. Oh wait, yeah. I hate everything about you. Why do I love you? You hate everything about me. Why do you love me? I hate, you hate, I hate, you love me. I hate everything about you. Why do I love you?
That's, I hate, you hate.
Yeah.
You hate, you hate, I hate.
I was listening to it and I'm like, man, it would have to be a certain level, but I can see myself like being like drunk somewhere. I mean, obviously, or like I could
just
see myself
belting
being
out. It sounds so sweet.
Dude, exactly. Like,
yeah.
It's at least the like, and the riff at the beginning of "I Hate Everything About You." I just hate it. I hate everything about that song.
Okay, here's the compromise I'm willing to make. I will take. We can move "I Hate Everything About You" to the second round.
Yeah.
But in the next disagreement, we go with my.
You are the tiebreaker.
I'm the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the tiebreaker in the next disagreement.
And we say, so long, farewell to Lips of an Angel.
Yeah. You suck, but not enough.
Yeah.
You don't even suck enough.
Yeah. You're not even bad enough. You couldn't even be the best.
Enough. You don't even suck enough.
You're not the best at being bad either.
Okay, Mr. Mom and Let It Rock. Mr. Mom is, this one's really hard for me because Mr. Mom, if you guys don't know, Mr. Mom's a song about a guy. What does he do? He loses his job and he has to take care of the kids.
Lost my job, came home mad, got a wife, got a hug and a kiss, and that's too bad. So then the wife goes back to work. So now he has to be Mr. Mom.
And he realizes how hard the job of a mother is.
Only at the end of the song.
Yeah, because the thing at first he's all cocksure, like how hard could this be? And then there's bubblegum in the baby's hair, and there's sweet potatoes in the lazy chair,
right?
And he's really struggling at the end. What was the last line?
Well, it's Pampers melt in the Maytag dryer, crayons go up one drawer higher. Rewind Barney for the 15th time. Breakfast 6, naps at 9. There's bubblegum in the baby's chair, sweet potatoes in the lazy chair. Been crazy all day long, and it's only Monday, Mr. Mom.
Yeah, what's the final line?
Oh, the final. I thought you meant the chorus.
Like the one that brings it home, where he like something about calling. Go ahead.
The last little verse is bouncing checkbooks, juggling bills. Thought there was nothing to it. He changes the melody right there.
Yeah.
Baby, now I know how you feel. What I don't know is just how you do it. Oh, honey, you're my hero.
And the way that he just nails the do it.
Yeah. Dude, the character in this song, fuck this dude.
Yeah.
One of the worst dudes. You know?
Didn't really, because listen, like the Bill Burr bit saying that motherhood is not the hardest job in the world is 100% true. It's not the hardest job in the world. It's a very important job. You know, and if a stay-at-home mom, all that stuff, it is very hard. And if you are a dad who is watching a woman take care of the whole house and clean everything up, and she's got multiple kids, and you got bubblegum and hair and sweet potatoes and chairs and all these things, and you're like, fucking walk in the park. Well, you want to do something hard, work at Pet Boys like I do, you know?
Right. Well, and he doesn't chip in at all. It's a complete division of labor.
100 or 0.
Yeah. I go to work, you take care of all this shit. I come home from work, nothing. I'm giving you nothing. I'm working on the Trans Am. The Pampers melt in the Maytag dry. Like, some of this stuff is just like, you're a human being. You don't know that you don't put disposable diapers in the dryer? Like, you and you can't cook for shit. Like, most men, single men, even when I was like perpetually single, I knew how to make enough food for myself that I could probably extrapolate that. Hey, guess what? There's microwave burritos. I know how to do that. He's like the oven's smoking and the kids won't eat my burned, charred food. How did you survive as a person, let alone as a dad? Like,
I can see why you got fired.
Yeah.
What kind of employee were you?
Your incompetence. How much smoke can one stove make? The kids won't eat my charcoal cake. It's more than any man can take, being Mr. Mom. It's also Monday. Goddamn Monday. You couldn't make it 8 hours.
How did all this shit happen so quickly? It's
one work day, and you're like, babe, I gotta check the classifieds. I can't be here.
And listen, this guy, like, it is like the Sherry Boppins episode of The Simpsons, where if you cut every corner, there'll be more time for play. It's the American way. Yeah. And they do this big old song and dance number to clean the house, and then Homer hits the last note and slams the door, and everything falls out of the room. Yeah. Well, not Homer. It's probably like Bart or something, because I think the parents are aren't there, right?
Yeah. Well, no, they come and show them that the room's clean, and then as they close the door behind them,
everything falls out.
But yeah,
because they were just shoved everything.
My wife, when we started dating, and it was the first Christmas we were going to buy each other like gifts for Christmas, right? And I was like, "What do you want?" And she was like, "Well, I have a list." And she sent me her list of like from Amazon, and so I was like, "All right." So I just picked a few things from Amazon and got them for her, and she was amazed. She's like, "You got me the stuff I wanted," and I was like, "Well, you sent me the list. Like, this is easier."
You dumb asshole. Like,
well, I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "This is
what did you think about me before this?"
I was like, "This is the easiest thing to do. I'm so glad you sent me the list, because I just have to pick stuff off the list and give it to you." And she's like, "You'd be amazed how that doesn't happen."
She hit you with the baby. I'm amazed by you.
Well, and I like, not that I'm the greatest. I'm husband of the year compared to this fucking dude.
Yep.
Of course, if the bar is this guy, I'm pole vaulting like an Olympian over this dude. This dude can't do anything.
I truly would like to date all the people that Mary dated before me, because they have, like, I think I talked about it before. I made this same analogy. It's like using the donut in the batter circle. It makes the bat feel lighter.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Okay. I try my hardest, okay, but it does. It gets me. I get away with some stuff because
sometimes it is shocking to me. Yeah, that it's like, oh, you did this, and I'm like, well, why wouldn't I? I'm a human being who's generally pretty well meaning. Yeah, and it's like I just came home from space, So but I get it. If Mr. Mom is who I'm up against, like, this dude's got to work some stuff out. This guy also needs to go to therapy. but it's also, he's on the back roads.
Well, we're right. Okay, you are correct. This
Yeah.
guy stinks,
Yeah.
right? But this guy is up against. Let me just read the meaning of "Let It Rock" to you,
Yeah.
because I'm sure you. I think Dusty, you pulled up all the lyrics to everything. But before we go lyrics, let me tell you what this song means,
Sure.
because I think this is like basically all you need to hear. Rudolph explained what "Let It Rock" is by saying, this was real. I think Kevin Rudolph wrote this. I think this was. I'll change the word. Rudolph explained that "Let It Rock" is about saying "Let it rock." It was written from a place of anger and dissatisfaction with the world. It's a song about hypocrisy. It contains biblical references, and yet people still think it's a party song. Whatever works, Rudolph said about "Let It Rock." It's a song about the hypocrisy in the world, and I'm saying that when I come through, I'm bringing the truth, Rudolph explained. Rudolph then said, I used the parable of the prodigal son because I want to expose all the fakes out there in the music industry, in the world, anywhere. A lot of people think it's a party record, but it's not.
Oh,
so
shit.
wow, I fucked this up a little bit, because what I should have done, and I might still do this, it might take us a little bit of time, but I want to have a picture of Kevin Rudolph on the screen while I say this. Okay, real quick. I don't know if I'm gonna read the whole thing again, but let me get this back up. That's Kevin Rudolph. So,
definitely a guy that I bet has some hot takes about the Bible.
It's a song about hypocrisy in the world. And I'm saying that when I come through, I'm bringing the truth, this guy in this picture says. I use the parable of the prodigal son, he says, because I want to expose all the fakes out there, says the guy who's wearing that scarf in this picture that I have next to me. In the music industry, in the world, anywhere. He's wearing those glasses, too. I think a lot of people think it's a party song, but it's not, says the guy with the sideways flat-billed Stussy cap on.
That guy looks like he'll tell you that he'll ask if you have a second so he can rap to you about JC,
Yeah, he definitely he works somewhere where it is really annoying when he asks you if he can give you his rap CD.
He just wants to. He knows everything's kind of crazy out there right now, but he's wondering. You ever heard of the J-Man? He's
barely heard of the J-Man.
Right. Well, because I'm looking at the lyrics of this song under the idea of it being about the prodigal son, and I don't know that he really knows the story that well. Because there's a little bit of stuff in here, but
it's just, listen, I see your dirty face hide behind your collar. What is done in vain? Truth is hard to swallow. He should have said swaller. So you pray to God to justify the way you live a lie, live a lie, live a lie. And you take your time. And you do your crime. When you made your bed, I made mine, because when I arrive, I'll bring the fire, make you come alive. I can take you higher.
I don't like the way he sings that line. The way you did it is similar. I don't like it.
I had to stop. I had to do it like that, because that's how he does it. Make you come alive. I can take you higher. What the saints forgot, I must now remind you. The saints forgot this shit, Dusty. And Kevin Rudolph.
So my lyrics say, what this is forgot.
I don't know, dude. Yeah, I think this guy said what the saints forgot.
You're probably right. I'm just saying.
What the saints forgot. What the fucking saints forgot. I let it rock.
They were doing a lot of marching, and the oral tradition of storytelling is flawed. So the second verse. Now the son's disgraced. He who knew his father, when he cursed his name, turned and chased the dollar, but it broke his heart, so he stuck his middle finger to the world, to the world, to the world. That's not what happened in the story of the prodigal son. I mean, the first half is okay, but who turned their finger to the world? The father or the prodigal son? Because it just says, but it broke his heart, so he stuck his middle finger to the world. Chasing the dollar broke his heart? Because the prodigal son does. I'm just, look, he's the one who said it.
It's about hypocrisy.
I didn't assign the meaning to it. Once he assigns the meaning to it, I can comb through these lyrics to figure out if he knows what he's talking about. This song wins for me, by the way, because the Lil Wayne verse is truly awful.
It's really bad.
And I'll say
Lil Wayne. Good.
I was gonna say this. I know, and I wasn't in the pocket for like the Carter 3 and like his big run where people are like, Lil Wayne's the greatest rapper alive. Yeah, and I'm sure that he's a great rapper, and there's many of his songs that I'm sure are great. This is as phoned in a rap verse as possible. Like, it's so bad.
The Lil Wayne for me is like the rapper that is like, he'll either give you the sickest verse you've ever heard in your life, or you're like, people say this guy's the best. Like,
I was listening to it going like, I can't understand what he's saying at all. He also rhymes ground with ground. So fuck off, Lil Wayne.
Listen, you're right that sucks, but that is better than the rhyme that I mentioned earlier. What was Kevin Rudolph? Collar and swallow.
Yeah. And then he comes back in.
Oh my God. Look at can you see the bracket right now?
Yeah.
Look at what Let It Rock is facing off against in the next round. Oh man.
I do like the lyric, Miles, ruling rock, rubbing rap, running miles like I'm trying to get a flat stomach, like Wayne's the personal trainer. That's okay. That's not the worst line. But it comes at the very end of this thing after he rhymed ground with ground and the rest of this song, which is bad. So Mr. The guy in Mr. Mom, one of the worst protagonists in a song ever.
At least he learns a lesson.
But Let It Rock is just unapologetically bad. Is he supposed to be the other son in the prodigal son story?
Who cares?
That he brings the fire?
You want me to bring the picture back up?
Yeah. He doesn't even know there's two dudes in that story.
So I have a feeling, Dusty, on this next one, I have a feeling we might end up with you deciding the tiebreaker. This is Centuries versus Paralyzer.
Oh.
Centuries is a song by a band that was really good.
Band that we both really like.
A few years, they were really good. Like, I like From Under the Cork Tree. I like Take This to Your Grave.
I even like some of, what's the one that has Thanks for the Memories on it? Folly, something?
God, I hate Thanks for the Memories, though. Holy shit.
Oh, see, I like that song. I like that, and It's Not a Scene, It's an Arms Race. I like both of those songs.
I like This Ain't a Scene. I like that one.
Yeah. But that's...
Man! That part.
Yeah, that's... Thanks for the Memories has a very cool drum break.
Okay.
That's what gets it for me.
But I just feel like Thanks for the Memories is kind of a precursor.
Oh, yeah, sure. That's true.
The direction they eventually took.
He's doing the We're Not Gonna Take It.
Well, I definitely love that. I definitely love that.
That drum intro.
You know who's never making it on a worst song of all time list? Goddamn Twisted Sister. I bet they have some bad songs, but they got those couple.
Or it's the Hey Mickey. Either way you want to cut it.
Well, it's definitely the We're Not Going to Take It.
Yeah,
I almost put Hey Mickey on this list, but so this is the reason I didn't tell you. Mambo number 5 to me, the verses are ass. The verses in Mambo number 5 are terrible.
Yeah.
But when it kicks into the chorus, it's good.
See, I don't like the chorus either.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's good. the vibe switch going into the chorus, because the chorus is the a little bit of Monica in my life. Like, it sucks, but like that first like half a second of it, maybe it's just because it feels very we were having fun in 1997. Like, you know, it feels very movie Rat Race for me.
Sure.
And what song was I comparing? Oh, Mickey. Mickey stinks. Hey, Mickey, you're fine. You're all that. Yeah. But oh, Mickey, you're so pretty. Don't you understand? You take me by the heart when you take me by the hand.
The chorus,
that part of that song, not bad.
No. Yeah, and I think, like, not that it's a parody song. We talked about putting Barbie Girl on here, but Barbie Girl is almost like a satire, like a knowing kind of wink, to me at least. Maybe Aqua didn't mean it that way. Maybe I'm installing
it kind
that.
Of is.
Maybe I'm installing that meaning on it. But
I think they're just European.
Yeah, well, that's also the thing. Is like culturally, it's just a different thing. I thought of the main thing here is that we've got Fall Out Boy, who used to be a pop punk band with guitars and drums, and like Patrick Stump has an interesting voice, but I think he took too much of the criticism of the fact that he can't sing live.
Yeah, he's not a good live singer at all.
And they auto-tuned the shit out of his voice, and they broke up for a long time. And when they came back, how do you like this name? They became Imagine Dragons.
Thank you. Yeah. I like that a lot, because I was literally in the middle of typing Imagine Dragons into Wikipedia to find out when Imagine Dragons hit.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, and there's nothing interesting happening in this song. The whole time it's just that synth and that, like, the Imagine Dragons do and the thunder. That song could have been on this fucking list.
There's a really weird thing that they did in this song, and I can't remember what it is. I heard it today and I was like, I got to bring it up, but I didn't write it down. But there's like one like second where there's like a weird noise that they make that, like, I was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Patrick and Pete, what are we doing? But we just like,
they rip shit off now. Everything has a sample because this is Alice's restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't be mad. Well, I can be mad, but like I this song and this direction made them a lot more money than staying pop punk would have, because the emo pop punk craze had died by this. It kept Fall Out Boy relevant. It kept them like, but it was very clear that that's why they did it, which is the most annoying thing about it.
Right.
Green Day stayed relevant, and they're still at least playing their goddamn guitars and not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's like Craven, it's like, it's callous, the fact that it's such a transparent money grab, or stab at relevance. Like, I was thinking about it today. Fall Out Boy could play the Super Bowl because of Centuries, but they couldn't play it because of Sugar We're Going Down. Like, that sucks so bad.
Because they really could. I could see that they played that because that song,
because they play it in stadiums.
It was the intro song for like every sports league had a thing where it was like right before the announcer starts talking, there's a montage with Centuries playing over the top, and you're watching an F1 race, and it's guys getting mad, and it's guys getting stoked because they won the race, and it's cars hitting the walls, and it's really hot girls walking through the paddock. And it's all this, and they're playing Centuries in the background, and I hate it, and it stinks, and I don't like it. But it's against fucking Paralyzer.
Scumbag, Take Me Out, as we talked about.
Yeah. But, so Dusty, okay, I don't know, do you have a spiel on Paralyzer?
I mean, it sucks. It sucks.
It does suck.
The riff, like, is like, they don't do anything interesting with it. It's just a circular riff. I hate the lyrics. I told you whenever we did the pre-podcast with Jacob, this club has got to be the most pretentious thing since I thought of you and me. And
is that what he says?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's really bad.
Well, I'm imagining a dark lit place, or your place, or my place. So it's place three times in a row.
Triple place.
Well, I'm not paralyzed. And then it goes into the chorus. I truly, like, of the songs that boil my blood, Paralyzer
It's first verse.
is in
the first verse is, I hold on so nervously to me and my drink. I wish it was cooling me, but so far has not been good. It's been shitty.
Yeah.
And I feel awkward as I should. This club has got to be the most pretentious thing since I thought you and me. Oh, man.
Well, and whatever he sings, it's been shitty. Like, come on, man.
And that's supposed to rhyme with my drink.
Yeah.
For the record.
And so far has not been good. Is like it's the syntax is all wrong.
Yeah,
like
if you
asked me how my day was, and I went, so far has not been good.
So far has it doesn't. How's your day?
So far has not been good. No one talks like that. So for me, it's Paralyzer, like a worthy contender from Centuries.
Yeah.
But I like other Fall Out Boy songs.
I'm gonna be honest, like Centuries was my pick to move forward in this one after listening to both songs.
Yeah.
Like, I would listen to Paralyzer again before I listen to Centuries again, because there's a lot of these that, like, the lyrics of the song are so bad,
right,
that's the reason that they're on this list. Like Accidental Racist.
Right.
It's one of the biggest reason it's on this is the lyrics are some of the worst, most abhorrent lyrics in the history of popular music.
Yeah.
But I listened to both of these songs one after another today because I was like, oh, fuck, I don't know which one wins. And I was like, it's Paralyzer by a mile is the better song, because listening to it, the music for Paralyzer sounds better, in my opinion, by a mile to the music from Centuries. The music from Centuries sounds like a robot having a seizure. So Paralyzer just sounds like a song, you know what I mean? And like,
right, just a crummy song.
The hook is like by you, like that whole thing, like But that first verse really changes things for me. But I'm still going to, since you went with I'm gonna play the game a little bit.
Right.
Since you went with Paralyzer, I'm gonna pick Centuries, so you use your veto.
Ah, okay, that's fair.
And we go on. This is all about that bass versus Paralyzer on the next one. Oh, God, we're gonna have some rough ones. Now, Remember the Name by Fort Minor versus Dirt Road Anthem by Jason Aldean.
Yeah.
So this is another. Sound matters in this one too, in my opinion. Dirt Road Anthem, the chorus is bad, but it's not that bad. If this was just the chorus of this song, like it is almost, I would almost call it a redeeming quality, because it's like it's just a freaking stadium country chorus. Sure. Like it's just, it's not very.
It's not for me, but it's whatever.
The country rapping,
right?
Though, however,
the verses are real tough.
They're one of they're really they are the reason that it is on this list, and they are the reason that it absolutely deserves to be on this list. Where this guy Jason Aldean is rapping, but country rapping, right?
Yeah, it's and again, personal ties to this song. Yeah. A friend of mine, I told you, he played this song specifically for me. Yeah, being like, man, I feel like this is how we grew up. And I was like, this is not how we grew up.
And I got this song suggested to me by a guy who literally said, no, you have to listen, because I didn't like country at the time.
Right.
And I like country music now, like quite a bit, but not this country music. But anyway, he's like, you got to hear this Dirt Road Anthem by Jason Aldean. And I was like, no, I don't. I don't have to hear this song. And he said, no, you really do. You should check it out. He liked country raps in it. And he said that is like a good thing, like an endearing quality about this thing. And he is one of my best friends in the world. And I was like, you have lost your mind. I made fun of him constantly for that song to the point where like he got it. Like he was cool about it. Like he would laugh when I would do it, but he still loved the song because he's comfortable in his own skin, right? But boy. But Dusty, do you have some lyrics that you want to point out on this one?
Just back in the day, Potts Farm was the place to go. Me and my friend didn't grow up on farms.
And that's the beginning of the like.
Yeah, the rapping.
The beginning of the rapping. Back in the day, Potts Farm was the place to go.
Yeah.
I do believe we get a better look out for the boys in blue.
Yep, that's in verse 1. Light the bonfire, then call the girls. Never had a bonfire party.
Oh shit! I had some bonfire parties.
At least me. I was not. Maybe my friend was, but he's telling me that this song represents our life experience.
Yeah,
and
this is not Dusty's life experience.
This is not my life experience. And like you said, the guitar solo in this song, not bad. The chorus, it's not something that I like or enjoy, but like it has a hook to it. The verses, are truly terrible. Verse 2, the way we were raised in our southern ways. Guess what? California. Born, raised, California. Not about us.
Not even southern, like central, right in the middle of California.
Right in the middle, yeah. I'm talking about going in the woods and shit. No, there were kids that did that. That was not me or my friend. I don't understand.
This isn't me, dude. And you know what? It's not you either.
Right. It's just that fake ass, oh man, I want to be country. Like but it's like.
I wear weathered jeans.
Yeah. It's the idea. I want to be Jason Aldean country because to be clear, Jason Aldean is not a real country person either.
I think Aldean's the guy that said
he's
the guy that made
shit
that in a small town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like I'm gonna be honest, man. I haven't mowed the lawn in like 35 years.
Yeah, it's because there's a lyric in here. If it's broke around here, we fix it. And in the interview, they're like, "What's the last thing you fixed?" And he's like, "Oh, I hire somebody."
Yeah,
of course.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Fix something? He is from Macon, Georgia. I'll give him that.
Sure, but he like
making bad music, Georgia.
It's country music as a costume. Like it's the. We can only do so much pointing this out. Bo Burnham, the country song, is like the perfect takedown.
It's a 10 out of 10. Like Tyson's Evander and "Fuck Your Ears, I'm Pandering." That's one of the greatest lines of all time.
It's Mike Tyson in his prime uppercut to corporate country music. Like I can't articulate it any better than he did.
He says, "I write songs about riding tractors from the comfort of my private jet."
Yeah. Key change, motherfuckers.
Y'all dumb motherfuckers want a key change?
Y'all dumb
and there's a part where he just goes, "I don't like dirt."
Like, and look, it made him a lot of money. He didn't write this song. He doesn't play. I don't know if he even plays guitar. He doesn't write any of his songs.
He went to a private school, for the record.
Yeah, like Clarence.
He didn't write it? Yeah,
no.
Like Clarence.
It's written by
had a real good marriage.
Colt Ford and Brentley Gilbert. I don't think he writes any of his own songs. He just sings. Like,
oh man, fuck, you got to hear this, Dusty. According to the Boot, I think is a publication somewhere.
Sure, noted publication. The Boot.
Aldean. Oh, dude, this line. Jason Aldean didn't say this. His publicist said this. Okay. Sure. Aldean's publicist teased about the song, suggesting Aldean listened to, quote, a little Snoop Dogg in his time.
Yeah. No, I'm cool, dude.
Fuck, man, this is gin and juice. But regarding the song, Aldean said he did not consider Dirt Road Anthem a rap song. He continued by saying, "If I was to do anything like that, it's not going to be like Kanye West style or anything because he's black, and I don't like those guys.
Oh no, it's not good. He like that dude ran so fast to say it's not a rap song because he's imagining like when they steamrolled the Beatles records and shit.
Yeah.
He's losing his entire base if he mentions like he could maybe have heard a little bit of Snoop Dogg. That's a rapper that everyone has heard of, even if you don't like rap music.
It did not influence his style in this song.
Yeah. The if he was like I don't even know. If he was like Outkast, oh, I listened to a little Outkast in my day, they might throw him off a roof, like.
Well, it's just the lamest thing. I want to find out who his publicist is so I could write them an email and be like, do you really think, like, this is the thing. The white people, and I like Snoop Dogg. Doggy Style is one of the greatest albums in hip-hop history, in my opinion. But he is the rapper that an out-of-touch white publicist would say that their country star listened to get ready for this Dirt Road Anthem song that he had to do.
He's not scary anymore.
He's not going to be like, you know what? I think Jason Aldean listened to a little bit of KRS-One back in the day. That's not what he's going to say.
Right. Snoop Dogg used to be scary to white, to
whites.
To mainstream
and
America.
The white devil.
Whenever Murder Was the Case That They Gave Me came out. But now he's friends with Martha Stewart. He's commentating on
they give him $500,000 a day to do the Olympics.
He's playing the Donald Trump pre-inauguration party. Like he's not dangerous. He's the guy that you can do. If they were like, oh, it's Redman, or Ghostface Killer, the people are gonna run for the streets.
You know what? I feel like Jason Aldean might have been listening to a little bit of Immortal Technique back in his day. You know what I mean? So we've got Dirt Road Anthem, which sucks. The sin of Dirt Road Anthem is the bad, shitty, awful, abhorrent, offensive rap, right?
Yes, true.
Versus Remember the Name, which is 100% bad shit. Well, it's 5% pleasure, 20% game, 100% bad, shitty, abhorrent, offensive, really bad rap, right?
I didn't realize. I'd never looked at the lyrics to this song, and I can't understand them when they're singing the song. Yeah. This entire song is about Mike Shinoda trying to overcome his feelings of inadequacy because in Linkin Park he's not shit. I mean, he is. He's a key member of Linkin Park, but nobody knows Shinoda. It's Chester.
Well, no, like he is the worst part of Linkin Park. Like when and I think Jacob said this at the time. Like nobody got luckier in the music business than Mike Shinoda. And like, listen, part of Linkin Park's signature style is the like weird DJ shit that would happen sometimes. And every once in a while, Mike Shinoda comes in and like one thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try.
Yeah.
So like, and I don't hate that when you've got Chester coming.
Right.
Where's Chester? Like, hey, if it's
when Chester's not on the record, everyone should be asking, where's Chester?
Where's Chester? Yeah, Chester died on the way back to his home planet, and Mike Shinoda has to play fucking Remember the Name now. And now they got a new singer, and that's fine. Whatever. I'm never going to listen. You don't have Chester anymore. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know this. We listened to this band because Chester Bennington was in this band.
Incredible. And like, it's not for me. I'm not a big Linkin.
Yeah, you don't like Linkin Park.
I was never a big Linkin Park guy, but like, I can acknowledge that some of the riffs are very catchy.
Yeah,
like, and
they had some really good guitars. Some really good guitars.
Yeah, but it's not because of Mike Shinoda. But this song would have you believe that Mike Shinoda is a goddamn genius, and like unrecognized in his time, like a Brian Wilson level genius. And because the whole song's about him, and I never realized that. And then, okay, it's 10% luck, probably true. Everything is a certain amount of luck. In if you get famous, 20% skill. Out of 100% of what it takes, only 20% of the skill. Right. 15,
at least he's honest.
15% concentrated power of will. He can't even give you 100%. Like he can't. His power of will only goes to 15%. Right?
Yeah.
5% pleasure. That is a incredibly small amount of. Why even do it for 5% pleasure?
Yeah, I only kind of like this 5%. It's just I need people to remember me, Dusty.
50% pain. That is a inordinate amount, percentage-wise,
Half
of pain.
of what I do is just pure, unadulterated pain, Dusty.
Yeah, it's literally twice the amount of skill. It's twice plus. It's only 20% skill. It's 50% pain.
Are we going? Does this add up to 100%?
35,
Let's see.
40,
Hold on. Let's
90.
get a calculator.
No. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah.
We've got what is it? 10% luck.
Yep.
Right? Plus 15%, 20% skill.
Yeah.
That's 30. Plus 15% concentrated power of will. That's 45.
Yeah.
5% pleasure. Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we're working exactly with plus 50. Because that's 50 plus 50% pain. That's 100% reason to remember the name. It's crazy that 50% of it is pain.
It's like he had a D&D character and he put all of his allocated character points to the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
Like you should put more.
He min-maxed pain for some reason.
Yeah. You should put more into skill and pleasure and concentrate. If you put 0% pain, really, if
Dude,
you can manage it.
When I played D&D, I made my character like intentionally very easy to kill. So because I wanted to be a coward.
Yeah.
But it's just like, and that is just like so that part sucks. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
It is very much just a 12-year-old in front of his mirror putting his eye black on before his Pee-wee football game, right?
This is the EA Sports menu, another EA Sports menu song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also just the rest of the song is so bad.
Well, and there is an art, because all of the Beastie, maybe not all the Beastie Boys songs, all the best Beastie Boys songs are about how awesome the Beastie Boys are. And,
yeah, but they're fun.
But it rules.
That's what most of rap is.
Right. A lot of the Eminem songs are about how great Eminem is. Like,
especially nowadays.
Yeah. Well, Until I Collapse, when he runs down, I got a list. Here's the order of my list that it's in. And he runs down the top 10 rappers. And then he's like, guess what? I'm better than all those dudes, but I won't ever get the respect.
And then he eventually says that him and his evil twin are number 1 and number 2. That includes Biggie and Pac whore.
Yeah. So but that song, when I listened to it, I'm like, fuck yeah, man. When I listen to this, I'm like, Shinoda, why are you so mad? You've got all the money from Linkin Park.
Wait, he puts himself at 3 and 4. Sorry, I wanted to.
Yeah.
Well, Biggie and Pac are number 1 and 2.
Yeah. There's also a lyric here where he says, forget Mike. Nobody really knows how or why he works so hard. It seems like he's never got time because he writes every note and he writes every line. And I've seen him at work when that light goes on in his mind. It's like a design is written in his head every time before he even touches a key or speaks.
This is the
rhyme.
not Mike Shinoda guy.
Yeah. Talking about Mike Shinoda, this is the line. These 2 lines bury Mike Shinoda. And those motherfuckers he runs with, the kids that he signed, ridiculous, without even trying. How do they do it? Hey, Andrew, he shouts him out at the end. Fort Minor, M. Shinoda, Styles of Beyond, Ryu, Tech Beer, Machine Shop. If I texted you Tech Beer, Takbir, do you know who that motherfucker is?
I have no idea.
It's
beer. I can tell you one thing. I can tell you one thing. Tekbir?
Takbir.
No, T-A-K. It's an Arabic phrase. Tech beer. I do not believe this individual has a Wikipedia page.
Name one Styles of Beyond song.
I don't know, bro. The Prodigal Son.
Yeah. They do have a Spotify.
Takbir is in
Styles of Beyond.
Styles of Beyond. Takbir Bashir. And then Ryan Patrick McGinn is Ryu. And then there's DJ Cheap Shot. And Jason Rabinowitz, who goes by Vin Scully with a K.
Okay.
And Chewbacca, which is funny. I'm going to give him that one.
I mean, they have a song that has, what is this one?
Oh man!
I mean, 58 million views or 58 million plays.
Listen, maybe we're the baddies in this situation.
Yeah,
they have a song called "Superstars," Megadeth track, was featured in the games WWE Day of Reckoning, WWE SmackDown vs. Raw, WWE WrestleMania 2021.
I should have called it the EA Sports / WWE.
WWE a
music.
lot of bad songs for WWE. Every shitty song you've heard and My Sacrifice by Creed has been the official song of WWE. The Backlash or some shit.
Yeah, it's tough because every WWE event, like I'm sure Paralyzer was a track that we'd like to thank Finger 11 for the exclusive track to WWE Great American Bash.
100%.
100%. It's rough. So, man,
this is once again, this one's easy for me. I didn't think it was going to be very easy, but I think my point of Dirt Road Anthem's bad for the bad rap.
Yeah.
But it's not 100% a bad rap song.
Right.
Remember the Name is constant bad rap. And once you're telling me that he's got his boys on there talking about how good he is, hyping him up, being like, no, you guys don't get it. Mike is dope. The guy paying me to be on this track is dope as fuck. I'm out, dude. It's Remember the Name, in my opinion. Goes on in the next. Is that how you're voting? Remember the Name?
Yeah, I mean, I hate Dirt Road Anthem.
So do I.
But it's 99% pain, 1% that guitar solo is good. So,
and like I said, the chorus isn't something we love, but it's also not something that I would throw in the garbage and say, hey, it should be on, the chorus, in my opinion, the chorus should not be on this list. Like, if it was a song that sounded like that chorus, it's not a song I like. It's not a song I would listen to, but it wouldn't be on this list. That country rap is special, right?
Well, and this Remember the Name could also go under Go to Therapy because it's such a clear Shinoda trying to like.
It should be called What About Shinoda?
Yeah.
Don't Shinoda.
Yeah. my Shinoda.
My Shinoda.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm fine with Remember the Name going in because it unfortunately is about to get steamrolled.
There's a couple of them that are. And listen, so there's a couple conversations here, but like, okay, Crazy Bitch versus I Hate Everything About You. I Hate Everything About You. Really bad song.
Yeah.
Crazy Bitch is the bad song. Crazy Bitch is the verses, the cadence of how he sings the verses is really weird. It's like there's no rhythm to it at all. Like most of the people who dance to this song.
Right.
Take me down.
Look, I think the simplest way that I could say this is I don't like a lot of these songs. I don't want to listen to them. I feel bad when I listen to Crazy Bitch. It makes me feel bad. So
it goes, break me down. You got a lovely face. We're going to your place. And now you got to freak me out. Scream so loud, get fucking laid. Like it's like a youth pastor wearing like his pants are like on his belt line is his belly button, right?
Right.
And he's trying to rap and he's doing this with his hands. Like that is Crazy Bitch's verses. It hurts.
Yeah, Is he freaked out because she wants him to stay? That seems like a pretty reasonable request.
What's the line?
Well, so break me down. You got a lovely face.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to your place, and now you got to freak me out. Scream so loud, getting fucking laid. You want me to stay, but I got to make my way. And then he goes, "Hey, you're crazy, bitch."
Hey, yeah. That's what it is. We're going. You've got a lovely face.
Yeah.
Going to your place, and now you got to freak me out. So like, freak me out means you got to freak off. We're freaking off.
Okay. See, I thought it was like
a Diddy situation.
I thought it was like, hey, we're both on the same page. This is just gonna be whatever. And then you bring up me staying over. Now you got to freak me out once I'm over here.
I think that's a interesting interpretation. I don't think that's what it is though. I think it's just I like your face, you're hot, we're going to your place, we're gonna have sex, and then you want me to stay, and I'm like, you're crazy. Like, hey, you're a crazy bitch,
Right. But what has she done that makes her crazy in the song?
She's probably just annoying. But also like, he's got scratches on his back, obviously,
we're not here to
take me off. That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. Take it off. The paper is your game. You jump in bed with fame. So is that a groupie? Like you jump in bed with me, who's famous?
I guess. How
or
relatively
like you're famous?
I was gonna say how relatively famous is the dude from Buckcherry, but
another one night paid in full. You're so fine. It won't be a loss. Cashing in the rocks just to get you face to face.
So what is that? Does she have drugs?
Yeah, maybe he's giving her drugs to have sex with her.
I don't know.
Maybe she's a hooker that he's giving.
What's another one night paid in full? The lyrics, right? Look, I'm gonna say that the guy from Buckcherry isn't particularly interested in telling it.
This will be the second time that I show what the guy looks like.
Isn't interested in a coherent story.
Buckcherry. The guy looks evil. He looks evil. He looks like he's got some dark demons inside of him, but not the cool, mysterious ones. The ones that sing crazy bitch. Look at that guy. And the thing says Buckcherry frontman wants to make mark on world. I can only imagine that mark is on its genitals. It is a herpes scar.
Yeah, he like Typhoid Mary. He wants to make his mark on the world.
Look at that guy.
Yeah, that guy stinks. Probably.
Literally, look at that guy. Look at that guy. Far right.
Yeah.
That's Stinkvay Malmsteen. That's Ingve Malmstink.
The guy in the flat brimmed hat looks like he belongs in a different band.
Yeah, this
guy's doing a
he looks
different
like
thing.
He might have like some culture, or like you see him at a bar and he might be like an interesting guy to talk to or something like that.
Yeah.
Like the neck tattoos. I don't know. I gotta get a better look at it. But
the
guy next to him looks like he financed this whole thing, and one of his only caveat was he needs to be in the band. Right?
You have to let me play bass in this band. They all look like they got mind freaked to varying degrees.
Yeah,
like the singer's all the way mind freaked.
He looks like Willem Dafoe. And then we've got Gene Simmons. This is just Gene Simmons as in Buckcherry.
But it's Jeans.
Gene
Simmons. The dude in the back wants to tell you about some crystals, or like he's got a necklace that he thinks spares him from retrograde, Mercury's retrograde.
He's Baron Malakian. System of a Downs.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh
don't like
man,
I don't like anybody in this band.
these guys stink. These
Yeah.
guys stink. What's the guy from Surf Ninja's name?
Uh, Leslie Nielsen,
No,
Ernie
the brother, Ernie Reyes.
Ernie Reyes Jr.
Yeah, we got to figure out what that. Well, never mind. I can't say it. I can't say Ernie Reyes.
Oh,
More like.
So look,
Uh,
the answer is Buck Cherry.
it's Buck Cherry.
It
Buck
has
Cherry.
to be Buck Cherry.
Yeah, this song is
like
the
again. I don't want to put too fine a point on it. This song makes me feel bad when I listen to it. Like I would have to move and change my name if someone heard me playing this. Like if it came out of my headphones and someone heard it, I don't know that I'd recover.
and you know that it's a unique feeling when you're at a bar and this song starts playing and you watch all the girls with drinks in their hands like dance towards the dance floor,
Yeah.
and you're like, guys, do you know what the words to this song are?
Imagine saying it. Imagine saying the chorus to an interested party or to someone that you spend time with.
I'm gonna say it to Mary today and just record myself saying it and see how she responds.
Yeah, because without the guitar and without the drums, it's truly one of the worst things you could say to somebody. It's so demeaning and it's gross.
And the guitar's really bad.
And the guitar's bad. But I'm saying it covers the multitude of sin because you're just going like, you're not really listening to Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
You're at least there's guitar underneath it. Like a bad band is bad, but Sarah and I were talking about this last night. Like watching a bad band or a band that can't really pull off what they're trying to play, that there's still something maybe enjoyable out of that.
Yeah.
Watching someone who's
fun and shit.
Right, and there is background music to distract, or there's one guy that's good. Oh, the bass player is nailing his part or whatever.
Yeah.
Watching someone, and we talked about this a lot when we used to go to the open mics, watching someone who's an amateur bomb at comedy is like one of the most painful things to watch someone do.
It really is. It hurts so bad. Especially
there's
like
no laugh.
watching...
It's so intimate, the idea of stand-up comedy, because you're just talking. It's awful.
Especially if they're totally obviously unfunny. Like you can watch a guy bomb who's like has funny like material or like has a good joke that he just delivered, because you can deliver good material improperly and still bomb.
Right.
So like you can watch somebody bomb and still think they're funny. Like
you're
sitting there and you're like, okay, this sucks, but I get it.
Or you can see the outline of it. Like, oh, this guy doesn't know quite yet how to put together.
Yeah, you can see the bones though.
Yeah.
That doesn't hurt nearly as much as when it's like genuinely if you wrote that joke and then you went on stage and told that joke, that means you are an unfunny person who doesn't understand this. And that is the most painful part of comedy. And it is painful to watch people go dance to Crazy Bitch by Buck Cherry.
They're equally painful.
So in the other quarterfinal, in the next quarterfinal match, we've got Let It Rock making its return. Quick turnaround for Let It Rock against one of our juggernauts. An unexpected juggernaut. You brought this one up, and it changed my life. You reminding me about this song, Fireflies by Owl City.
Yeah, I listened to it again today, and I was furious. All over
you,
again.
Right? It was you that brought this one into
brought Fireflies. Yeah. For me, this isn't even a contest. This is the '92 Dream Team versus Uruguay in the Olympics. It's Fireflies. It's always Fireflies.
Oh, man, that would make the next matchup very interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. We're gonna go Fireflies going next, but it's the thing that sucks. And Jacob kind of pointed this out. You and I, neither of us cared about the story of this song, and I still don't care about the story of this song.
Sure.
But what Jacob pointed out was a salient point. This song is harmless. Fireflies is harmless. It sucks and it's awful to listen to. And the voice that the guy's doing really makes me want to jump off a bridge onto a train. But Let It Rock, I don't feel is like, it's not doing harm to people, but it's like, Let It Rock makes me more angry with like I'm not going to bring up a picture of Kevin Rudolph again, but you know what I mean? Like the
Sure.
Fireflies guy might be a pretty nice guy. I don't want anything to do with Kevin. I don't want to be in the same city as Kevin Rudolph. If I find out that he's in Bakersfield, I'm picking up and moving with my cat, right?
Yeah. I thought you were going to say that this was a guy just in his attic making music that he thought no one would hear. And then it became a phenomenon. But here's the thing. This song has 992,397,353 streams on Spotify.
Wait.
Or, sorry, 992 million.
Okay. I was going to say you said 1,000
I
twice.
think,
It threw my fucking brain in a blender, dude.
I think that's true. 992,397,353. That's right. That's 992,397,000.
It's so unbelievable. It made you question.
Yeah, my
decimals.
Yeah, that is, and there's because I'd get 1,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs as they tried to teach me how to dance.
My girlfriend when I was 20 loved this song.
That means that 9,000 of these lightning bugs don't want to give this guy a hug.
Can you? Well, I wouldn't. Could you?
Why wouldn't it be 10,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs?
How many? Oh yeah, that is. You're true. You're right about that. That does anger me. Can you look up how many streams Let It Rock has?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can math. My brain is broken.
You can't. Yeah. It's not even math. It's literally identifying a number.
Just reading the numbers. Yeah.
It's got Flufity 8. I don't know.
Yeah. You've heard me. You heard me. So. Oh, it's not even close. 190,605,690.
Still too many, but I'm not. I guess I'm surprised. I kind of. Both of these songs were everywhere when they came out. Like, because I knew a lot of Flat Bill Hat guys, Famous Stars and Straps guys.
Ews.
You know,
or a billion
those
listens.
were the guys who were listening. Huh?
It almost has 1 billion listens.
I know.
That's it. Everything else. This is the cherry on top for why we can't. We've gone too far.
Yeah.
And personally, as we've discussed, I like this style of music quite a bit. And this is the worst. Starbucks ass, put it in a Target commercial. It's going to play over an insurance commercial someday soon. Ass song there is. It's infuriating to me how bad this song is and how much he's ripping off Ben Gibbard's voice in the Postal Service. Like that, it's an exact replica of his voice. And I'd
like to make myself believe.
Yeah.
The oys are the problem. Like, what are you fucking, are you AC/DC or are you the Postal Service? Because you're oying right now.
Yeah. And you can't oy, or are you oying to the world like the Vandals? Because that.
Oi to the world. Is Ben Gibbard? Is he the guy from? Oh, he's Death Cab for Cutie.
Death Cab for Cutie. Yeah.
Who's the guy from Fun? What band was he in?
Oh, Fun, I think, is his own guy. Or like,
but he was in a band.
Something else.
The Format.
Oh, I don't know the Format.
He was in the Format. The Format, like all the scene kids liked the Format.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't know the Format.
I did. It must have missed me.
Yeah, all my skinny jean in 2007 friends liked the Format.
I'll leave my door open just a crack because I feel like such an insomniac.
I
I understand Jacob's point. It's
not a bad point.
I can't do it.
this song was released. Like COVID wasn't supposed to leave that lab either, but it did.
Right.
And because it did, we can comment on it now.
Yeah,
You know?
and I just look, man, it's bad,
I'm
and I
okay
don't
with that.
like it. And
It's crazy.
I am having to listen to the other ones.
It's crazy that there is going to be 4 songs worse than Let It Rock, but there is.
Yeah, that's just how the bracket.
That's how the dice fell. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I don't know how far Let It Rock makes it in like the optimal trajectory.
Yeah.
There's some dragons in this. You know.
Right. Yeah. There's some
There's
some true legends.
Speaking of dragons, Meghan Trainor. All About That Bass is really is a really bad song. Really
what did
bad.
Jacob say? It is devoid of artistic integrity.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm not. I'm sure he said that. Yes.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. It is catchy. Like the fact that all of her songs now sound like.
You know what else was catchy? COVID-19. Catch that pretty quickly.
Yeah. I think this is a detriment. Like it's a damning indictment of Meghan Trainor that all of her songs have this kind of same rhythmic footprint, you know.
It's Aziz Ansari's second album. Are the rest of his songs?
Right.
Are the rest of her songs? Like it's the same. We're doing Kanye stories again.
Yeah, and I think there is some insidiousness. Look, I can't speak to it the same way other people could. I think there's some insidiousness to this song as well, where it's like there's almost a good message in here, but then it can't not take the opportunity to punch other people too. Like it could have just been something.
Corrected.
Right. It could have just been, hey, like just a body positivity song. Yeah. Could have just been a body positivity song. Right. And Baby Got Back has this same problem where the song becomes not just about here's the thing that I like or here's how I feel. It's about, well, I have to take something from somebody else too. And I think that that's a message that gets lost in the song because it has a very catchy kind of hook to it. And not to say
that's kind of symbolic.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's kind of symbolic. That's kind of symbolic for the. Yeah, I think where there's a little delay going on, but I think it's symbolic for how. I mean, almost every group in the history of the world, when they get on top, they pull the ladder up. Like
right.
That's just how it works.
Yeah.
Every single it doesn't matter. Name one. You know, we shouldn't litigate that on this podcast, but
right.
when there's not a group that is oh yeah, I love who I am, and then I'm just not going to do anything about I'm not going to hate you guys that are different than me. Like there's not a group in the world that doesn't
right.
do that. And so as she hates skinny bitches. She's not one of those skinny bitches. As a skinny bitch, I'm going to say that I tell people about this song it's a body shaming, she's talking about she's trying to uplift her own body type by shaming people with a different body type. And I say that, but I also go I'm not really offended by I'm not mad at her for that.
Right.
And because it's we all get really mad when people are exclude us from something, and somebody's got to stop that cycle.
Right.
I'm fine.
I will tell you that the trick of this song that does work on me is that it has that kind of doo-woppy, flavor to it. Yeah, and that style of something is not something that I hate. I find that very palatable to listen to.
Yeah, I like that type of thing.
But we have discussed the lyrics, and like you said, I'm not mad either. I'm just saying the lyrics aren't great.
Well, and I don't like that she does an accent in this song.
There's a little bit of a
And I don't even know if it's like, it's kind of racially androgynous accent. It's not exactly like, it's almost Jamaican at certain times. It's almost Cajun. Like, it's like,
yeah, she gonna go on down to that bayou.
yeah, it kind of sounds like that. No trouble. I'm all about that beats. About that. You don't talk like that. Stupid. But yeah, it deserved to be on this list. It deserved the first round bye. And honestly, I will listen to Paralyzer before I listen to All About That Bass, and I won't listen to Paralyzer.
But is All About That Bass worse?
I think it is, but I am willing. I'll give you another veto because I kind of gamed you on the last veto. If you want to go Paralyzer next, I ain't mad at it.
Look, I might be wrong, and they might come for me.
Yeah,
I really hate Paralyzer. I truly, and this might be, I've got my blinders up, and I can't see the forest for the trees. But
Jacob's so mad. Jacob's gonna be so mad if we put All About That Bass if it loses this one.
There is nothing about Paralyzer I like. There's not a shred of Paralyzer that I like, but I like the musical style that All About That Bass presents.
Okay, because this is the thing. I shouldn't let you overturn this one, right? Because you overturned Centuries. Get Paralyzer into this one. So you're vetoing Paralyzer all the way to the front of this fucking thing. But since you actually feel positively, I just dry heaved a little bit. You actually feel positively about a little bit of All About That Bass. I can't say like I hate All About That Bass. I hate Paralyzer, right?
Sure.
You hate Paralyzer. And you don't hate All About That Bass to the same level that I hate Paralyzer.
That is fair. But you might also be correct. If All About That Bass,
I'm correct. Yeah.
I'm willing to concede that we could put All About That Bass through, because I'm looking at the next matchup, and All About That Bass is losing. It is losing to what I perceive to be the winner of this next round.
I agree with you about, oh man, I gotta be, because I think we disagree on the next round, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Okay,
but
that would be that would be madness, but that's fine.
We'll go Paralyzer. No wait,
All About
we decided
That
on All About That Bass. Okay. So the next round is Remember the Name by Fort Minor, which we just shit on for 15 minutes, right? Yeah. And Accidental Racist by Brad Paisley.
Mike Shitnoda. How about
Mike
that?
Shitnoda. Yeah, fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
How about that?
So, listen. Accidental Racist has some of the most ridiculous, crazy, stupid lyrics, out of touch bullshit that have ever been written in the history of the world, right?
Yes.
It's got maybe the worst rap verse ever.
Yeah, that's that.
Like a Jason Aldean level rap verse done by an actual black man
who's known to have at one point been a very good rapper.
Yeah,
yeah.
At least for his era, like he's like a rap pioneer of lyricism and style, right? He got us out of the
right. I went to the hat store.
Yeah. And we've got the flag on my when I put that T-shirt on, the only thing I meant to say is that I'm a Skinner fan. The red flag on my chest somehow is like the elephant in the corner of the South, and I just walked him right into the room.
Also, it's not an elephant in the room.
What I would tell you,
we talk about it a lot.
But I guess that is true because it's unspoken. But they're not talking about it. I think he's literally talking about the T-shirt on his shirt in Starbucks.
Right.
Would be an elephant in the room because they're not actively being like, "Hey, your shirt sucks ass,"
For sure.
and also it sticks out like a sore thumb,
Yeah.
But this is what I'm going to tell you. Because we're at the point where you got to start eliminating things, because it's going to sound stupid what I'm about to say. But if you listen to it, you don't listen to the words. You don't really listen to the verses aren't good. The chorus without the words, because the words are really bad. The words are, "I'm just a white man coming to you from the Southland, trying to understand what it's like not to be. I'm proud of where I am, but not for everything where I'm from, but not everything we've done. It ain't like you and me can rewrite history," right?
Yes.
Stupid. Really bad.
Yeah.
The melody of that chorus, for what it is not nearly as bad as anything on Remember the Name.
Yeah.
But LL Cool J does say at one point, "If you don't judge my gold chains, I'll forget the iron chains." So I can't pretend that we are like glossing over that.
I hear your point, and I want it to be known that I hear you, and I feel like it's a salient point.
Yeah.
This is 100% pain. Accidental Racist. I could
always remember the name though.
I could do. No, we did the math. Remember, 15%
No,
concentration.
they say it's 50% pain. That doesn't fucking mean that I think it's 50% pain.
I could do conservatively 100 episodes of a podcast about the lyrics to the Accidental Racist. It could be a podcast that never ends, because and this is also a point where we could point out, Jacob, we talked with Jacob too, like, there is your Tom McDonalds of the world and those dudes that are out there that make truly terrible, abhorrent music.
Yeah, his music stinks really bad.
And isn't even a tenth of the nuanced of what this song is trying to be.
Yeah.
But the fact...
This song is well-meaning.
Or he thinks so, at least. The fact that Brad Paisley, and we talked about this in the pre-draft special. Yeah. The fact that Brad Paisley put this song record label as a song to put out, and they were like, "Yes, for sure. You got LL Cool J on it, right? So we're covered on that end. We've got a different opinion."
Wait, you got one, right?
Yeah,
That's how they said it.
Yeah.
You got one to do the song, right?
Because I understand Tom McDonald puts his own songs up. He doesn't have to go through whatever, and he's never going to have the reach that Brad Paisley does. The fact that Brad Paisley put this song out and thought, here's a nuanced look at race relations in the country at this point that I want to put my name on, and that LL Cool J wants to put his name on, is one of the craziest things that I've ever seen somebody who has a career to lose do. And I don't think this affected Brad Paisley. People, whoever listens to Brad Paisley doesn't care about this. And again, he's attempting to be well-meaning, but all of this, my hands up, hand waving away in platitudes, the terrible history of the country because of your Starbucks interaction, I can't let it ride. Because this song is actually, I don't know how harmful a song could be, but the intent of this song versus what it's doing are so far away from each other.
You mean to say you can't let it rock?
I can't let it rock. I can't let it ride. It beats Remember the Name, just because Remember the Name's point is to tell you how dope Mike Shinoda is. And whether or not you believe Mike Shinoda is dope or not, the song achieves its personal goal of telling you how cool they think he is. This song's goal is never met. It would never be met. Nobody looked at this and went, you know what? That's pretty interesting. I've got a thing or two to think about, I think.
No, people did look at. You have to understand the clientele here. Like the people listened to this song and thought, not everybody. No, this song was immediately made fun of. For the record,
Sure.
Like this song was immediately shit on, and it should have been. It's very stupid and very very out of touch. But there were people who listened to this song and thought that they were doing a good deed simply by listening to this song, which makes it worse. For the record, I'm telling you that right now. But
it was. I guess I'm
one
glad
thing I will tell you, Dustin.
Yeah.
Fort Minor. Remember the name. 777 million streams on Spotify.
Yeah.
Accidental Racist. I don't even think I can see how many streams it has. I think it's probably got 90 streams, and half of them are us.
Yeah, you have to subscribe to a different website to see what Accidental Racist is up to.
No, because you it has to be one of the top songs, right? To see how many streams there are.
Oh yeah, it's got to be in the the top 5 or whatever.
Oh wait, no, I got it. 2.6 million streams.
Well,
versus 777 million streams.
Look, that's because remember the name was on like FIFA 05 through 15 or what. Like it's on all that stuff, and it's bad. Look, we're
Accidental Racist. We're cutting
the clothes. we're cutting.
Could have been on like YouTube. They just put it on your iPhone, and it wouldn't have as many streams as Fort Minor.
We're to the point where we're cutting the garlic as thin as they cut it when they're in prison in Goodfellas. Like it's. There is no endorsement of Remember the Name. But Accidental Racist, I'll also point out that Accidental Racist, the lyrics that LL Cool J pins for the song is, in fact, from the point of view of what they think the guy who served him at Starbucks would say. Because that guy's not it's Brad Paisley's song. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but sure, but LL Cool J, I think, wrote his verse.
Yes, but he's still projecting what he imagines the Brad Paisley guy thinks about him. Because the Brad Paisley guy's saying, I feel like you treated me different because you saw the Skinner shirt, but he has no evidence that that's the case. He just thinks that.
Sure, but I mean, LL Cool J is still writing lyrics for LL Cool J in this scenario. You know what I mean? He's not playing a character.
I don't know. I think he's supposed to play the Starbucks guy down on Maine.
See, I just think he's just, well, sure, but he's also like, I mean, Brad Paisley isn't standing in Starbucks with a rebel flag on his chest when he writes this song. I think they're still writing from their own perspective.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Dear Mr. White Man is also.
As soon as I heard the words "Dear Mr. White Man," I started laughing so loud.
Yeah.
Knowing I paused it, I knew something amazing was about to come. And just because my pants are sagging doesn't mean I'm up to no good. My favorite ones are because honestly, what Brad Paisley does in this song is bad. What LL Cool J does in this song is like,
it's wildly
historically, like, put it in the rafters bad. Like, it
is wildly misguided.
The relationship between the Mason-Dixon needs some fixing. What did he say? R.I.P. Robert E. Lee. Well, hold on.
That's
R.I.P. Robert E. Lee. But I've got to thank Abraham Lincoln for freeing me. Know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I will say that I agree with LL Cool J. The relationship between the Mason-Dixon does need some fixing.
Isn't the Mason-Dixon just a line?
Yeah,
you can't be between a line.
But it delineates the South from the North, at least back in the day.
But it's a line. You can't be between a line. No, I lost him.
No, I'm here.
You're back.
You can be above the Mason-Dixon line or below it.
And you can't be between it.
Right. Well, yeah, I guess But I guess one of them is saying they represent above the Mason-Dixon, and the other guy represents below the Mason-Dixon. And
I understand exactly what he's saying.
that relationship
What I'm
needs some
saying
fixing.
is you can't be between a line. That's the only thing I'm saying.
I don't.
You need two things to be between things.
I don't understand quite frankly, I'm a black Yankee, but I've been thinking about this lately.
It rhymes.
Yeah.
There was a thing like on the Wikipedia that was like, just so everybody knows, LL Cool J was wearing a Yankee hat when he it's like, what?
Yeah. Well, what really irks me is like whenever Brad Paisley sings, "It ain't like you and me can rewrite history," and then LL Cool J in parentheses is like, "Can't rewrite history, baby." So, like,
can't rewrite history, baby.
Can't rewrite.
Well, the song is about the reason that the song is well intentioned is the song is about like acknowledging history but moving on, right? They just don't actually acknowledge history, like moving forward, I guess.
Right.
Moving on when they should be moving forward, because moving on seems like you're dismissing history, which we should not be doing, which they are doing in this song.
Right.
So like,
and I don't know that it's a great optics look to have the white guy suggesting that we move on. Like, hey man, what are we gonna do? You know,
I would agree with you, but look at what the black guy says. He follows suit right immediately.
Yeah. So all in all,
listen,
I can't do it.
I disagree. I disagree, but I'm giving you this one for the record. I'm not. By the way, once again, not an endorsement. It's an awful song. I'm the one that brought this song,
right?
And it's the worst lyrics of pretty much any of these songs. There's a couple of them, like Crazy Bitch is in the running, but like Accidental Racist is like bizarre and like how could anybody think this was a good idea level. But that like I said, the melody of the chorus, this song Accidental Racist has one good thing about it, and it's not even that good, but it's like one like not awful thing about it. There's no good thing about Remember the Name. There's not one thing in Remember the Name that you go, actually, you know, if you don't listen to this, then fucking this is all right. There's not one of those. That's my only point.
Yeah. I mean, point I don't know, man. The package of Accidental Racist as a whole is overpowering to me.
Yeah, it's hard. It depends on the way you look at it. The way that I'm looking at these is like, is there any redeeming quality about this at all? Because we've got we've got some songs that have like little things every once in a while. You know what I mean? That like you're like, okay, at least that's fine, you know?
Yeah.
But like Centuries, nothing redeeming about Centuries. Yeah. That's why I wanted Centuries to go on, you know? So we got in the semifinals, we've got Crazy Bitch versus Fireflies.
This one's easy for me, as I've told you.
Is it Crazy Bitch?
As you could hear, I hate Fireflies.
Yeah.
It's Crazy Bitch.
I'm okay with that. Firefly stinks. Crazy Bitch is like, this was the first song that Dusty and I both knew was on each person's list. It was the first song we both thought of, I'm sure.
The thing, like, I had to let it get far enough. But
God, this final matchup is going to be...
The fact that this is early in this guy's career, and he's clearly influenced by his, by the things he likes and who among us hasn't been. Those are things that I can forgive when faced with the juggernaut of how bad Crazy Bitch is.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Yeah,
I'm on board with that. So we got All About That Bass versus Accidental Racist.
Where are you going, Andrew?
At this point, I think Accidental Racist is worse than All About That Bass. I think All About That Bass verse. I think Remember the Name is worse than Accidental Racist. But I think that All About That Bass is worse, is better than Accidental Racist.
I can go with that as well.
So we've got the matchup of the century.
Of the century
in the finals. Because I think Crazy Bitch is a worse song. But, Dusty, we talked a lot of shit in the Accidental Racist versus Remember the Name thing. Right. If you're taking these lyrics seriously, is there a song that you can say is worse than Accidental Racist?
No.
Your vote is accidental racist.
The one caveat. Well,
Yeah.
no. Well, hold on.
Okay.
Don't put me in a corner.
We got a little bit of we got a little delay, so it's
Okay.
it's hard to.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
The one thing I'll say is that the intentionality is maybe where what moves the needle here.
I can see what you're saying. But you know what my vote is here? Like I think that accidental racist is an offensive, really bad, hilariously bad song. But there's a couple of redeeming qualities. First of all, like I said, the melody of the chorus. Yeah, the fact is that, you know, I wrote half the song.
Yeah.
I know the melody of the chorus. They do need to get over it. The melody of the chorus is
not endorsed.
not endorsed by me either.
Yeah.
The melody of the make me say the melody of the chorus again, Dusty. You motherfucker.
I need
The melody
to
of
get
the chorus
in there quick,
is not.
you know?
It's better than like a lot of the songs that it beat. That specific melody, from "I'm Just a White Boy" to "Rewrite History," like the actual where the notes go and stuff is interesting. And Brad Paisley is a good guitar player, and there's some cool Brad Paisley guitar in that. Crazy, and also it has the redeeming quality of if one of your friends hasn't heard "Accidental Racist," you can play it for them, and it's a fun time that both of you have because it is a funny song.
It's mind blowing, to hear it
because you laugh when you first hear "Accidental Racist," especially LL Cool J. Like the fucking "If You Don't Judge My Do-Rags" stuff is awful, and like so, Crazy Bitch. There's none of that. There's not a hey, at least it has this part of the song, or like it's a fun song you can show your friends and giggle to, or like it's not a song that I would send to you if you didn't know about this song and be like, hey, listen to this shit. So I think Crazy Bitch should win this
there's
bracket.
A can you believe it aspect to Accidental Racist. Can you believe they did this? And again, you know, I don't know, but I think Brad Paisley is attempting to come from a good place.
No, I do. He like what he said leading up to the release of this song was like he truly thought that this was going to be like a mending fences. Like
he shouldn't have done it. He should have maybe asked for some more opinion. He should have asked for some more opinions. But like,
I think he has the same publicist as Jason Aldean.
Yeah, but he's not trying to offend or like be awful. Crazy Bitch, the intentionality of Crazy Bitch is just like every scumbag dude and every scumbag thinking person in the world. And it like all, again, it's the, you know, if you take it in the totality as well of all the things it encompasses. And I think it has to win. It's weird to say a song called Accidental Racist is not the worst song that's been released in this bracket.
Yeah, but it got beat by a song called Crazy Bitch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, we're not exactly...
And again, none of that is an endorsement of any of the other songs. They're all bad.
Every song in this list is really bad. Like Mr. Mom lost in the first round, but that song, listen to it.
Yeah.
Give it a listen.
Yeah.
Centuries. Dirt Road Anthem. Every song that lost in the first round
is could potentially be the worst. So I guess congratulations to Crazy Town, or not Crazy Town, to Buckcherry.
They didn't make it on this
no,
list.
They didn't. That's another thing to consider. Butterfly by Crazy Town couldn't even be in consideration for this list.
It truly is better than every song on this list. Like, I wouldn't replace any of these songs with Butterfly by Crazy Town. Congrats to Willem Dafoe. He worked really hard for this. I'm surprised he's still alive. What is his real name?
It's Josh something.
It is Josh something.
But I don't.
Josh Todd.
Yeah, two first names. Tough.
Hell yeah, dude.
I knew a guy when I used to work at the video store I worked at who one time name dropped Josh Todd as a guy he knew in an attempt to get me
cool.
to be, to be like, oh, it's like, no, that guy stinks. And I think you might stink by relation.
It's crazy that Josh Todd is from Orange County. I figured he'd be from like Louisiana or like where else did I have in my head? I had somewhere else or like Northern California or something.
Yeah, I could
Like
see
Stockton.
Orange County, in
He
some
hates his dad died when he was 10.
That's how he became a rock star, is he lived in Orange County and
Oh,
but
dude, his band before Buck Cherry. He is, first of all, the name of the band is in all caps.
always a good sign.
Their name was Slamhound.
Oh, don't let that guy. Slamhound sounds like the first name that the Bloodhound Gang thought of, but then they were like, we could be more clever than that.
That's way too shitty.
Yeah, like I know we've talked about it before, and I wish there was an easy way for us to talk about this, but there was a show on VH1 called Supergroup that had like Jason Bonham and
his name was Sebastian Bach, the singer.
Yeah. So they got all these well-known.
I never really watched it, but I know what you're talking about.
It was Sebastian Bach, Scott Ian from Anthrax, who seems like a pretty cool guy.
Yep.
Evan Seinfeld, who's the stinks. Jason Bonham and the Nuge. And
dude. I forgot the Nuge was in it, man.
It was a reality show that was like, these guys, let's get together, these heavy hitters, to form a band. But in 2 weeks, they have to put out their first single or whatever. And they live in the house and they're supposed to rehearse all the time, but it's got all the reality show bullshit in it. But they're trying to name the band, and Sebastian Bach keeps coming up with the worst names for the band. Like,
and I remember at one point he goes, a name like Skid Row doesn't just fall out of the sky, which, to be honest, he's right. Skid Row is a dope name for a band.
That's what I was just about to say. Is he's like, you don't get a Skid Row every day, but he keeps he keeps trying to sell them on the name Fist, but all caps, FIST.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. Fist is better than I just saw what name they came up with.
And then
Fist is way better.
And then he keeps going, what about Savage Animal? Like, our music's like a savage animal, dude. And he's trying to sell it while drunk to Scott Ian, and Scott Ian's like, I don't know, man. Because Anthrax is also a dope name for a band. So Scott Ian's already
Anthrax
got
is a good name for a band,
especially that band. But like, Scott Ian's already got it, So I don't remember, what did they? Oh, Damocracy.
Damocracy, bro. I don't know if they said Damocracy or Damnocracy, but I think it's Damocracy.
It's Damocracy, yeah. Because
Fist is a better name than Damocracy.
Because Ted Nugent was in a super group called Damn Yankees.
Yeah.
So that's just his vibe. The Nuge on that show is unhinged. Full unhinged Ted Nugent. It's
full Nuge.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Nuge. I wish he wasn't what he was, because like he would be he'd be one of my favorite Americans in the world if he was just Nuge and he wasn't like, the things we don't like about him.
Yeah. Well, they at one point in the show, they call the producer of Green Day, Rob
Cavallo.
Yeah, Rob Cavallo, who just made American Idiot, sold 20 million copies. And these dudes in Damocracy don't want to hear his opinion at all. Because they play the demo for Rob, and he's like, I don't know, it sounds kind of dated. Like, maybe we could do something. Maybe we put like a punk rock beat under it or something. And Jason Bonham goes, I don't play punk. and Rob, I will say this, Rob Cavallo tells goddamn Jason Bonham, like, oh yeah, I can jump behind the kit real quick and I'll show you how to do it. And like, I think he's got it. If he wants to do it, I'm sure that Jason Bonham can figure it out. But
listen, Rob Cavallo is a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, look,
he made great. You know what?
Yeah, he was when he was a young boy. It turns out.
You want to know another thing?
What's
he
that?
made Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Ooh,
He produced that one.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the tournament. I know we get talking about these songs, but I feel lighter. You know, I have less.
I'm glad this is over. Yeah, I'm glad we got this one out of our
and I
out
have
of our
less.
asses.
I have less hate in my heart now. I had to be.
You got to release it.
I was carrying. Let it out.
Yeah, if you got hate in your heart, let it out.
When he stomps the little
When
cane,
he got his cane,
Yeah.
like the way he's like when if you got hate in your heart, let it out. Like that's
Yeah.
that's timing.
that's the punctuation. Yeah,
It's perfect. It's perfect.
comedy moment. So
Do you want to? We had other things to talk about, but we've gone 2.5 hours, and my Mary's about to get here. So, do you want to do the dozen? Get out of here.
yeah, let's do the dozen. Get out of here. We got other things. I'm trying to rush to see the monkey.
Yeah, we can't get out of it. We can't get in the way of the monkey. Trying to get it to where we don't see. Okay, you guys are just gonna see my tabs. So this is Dozen Daily Trivia. It's been made by Barstool Sports. First 3 questions are about sports. The rest are about general American culture. We got NFL first, and 9 is on the table.
Yeah, 9 is on the table.
Second round pick out of Arizona State, tight end Zach Miller totaled over 2,700 yards in his first 4 NFL seasons while playing for this AFC franchise from 2007 to 2010. Is this the Dolphins?
The Dolphins sounds right to me.
I think this is the Dolphin. Holy shit, I'm wrong.
I was 100%. I was on.
I was like sure about that.
Yeah.
College football. This Boston College linebacker won ACC Defensive Player of the Year in 2008 and later overcame a rare form of bone career to move to continuous. I'm sure that means bone cancer.
Yeah.
I don't know who got bone cancer.
I don't know either. I'm glad he got over it, but I don't know. What about Devontae Hightower or something? I don't know if I don't have any.
Dante Hightower. Wrong. MLB. Ken Griffey Jr.'s Reds tenure ended when they sent him away in a midseason trade to this American League team in 2008. The White Sox? Or did he go back to the Mariners? Oh, I think he went back to the Mariners. Yeah, I think he went back to the Mariners because, oh, no. No. I think it's the White Sox. We're going to go White Sox.
Yeah, that's fine. It's crazy the amount of money Ken Griffey Jr. got from the Reds for unfortunately not. Hell yeah, dude. Look at you.
Look at me.
The amount of money the Reds had to pay Ken Griffey Jr. for unfortunately the broke down Ken Griffey Jr. is crazy.
You got to see that what the Angels are doing with Anthony Rendon. It's unbelievable. Anthony Rendon has had a career with the Angels that was as long as Ted Williams in World War II because Ted Williams went and fought in World War II. And Ted Williams played more games during the World War II tenure than Anthony Rendon has played during his Angels career. And they gave him like $200 million.
When you say World War II, you mean WW2, the big one?
The big one, yeah,
okay,
the big one, Electric Boogaloo. Living from 1791 to 1872, this American inventor was known for creating a system of telecommunication, used dots and dashes to encode text messages. This is something Morse, I'm sure.
I think that's Samuel Morse, yeah. Morse would be my guess.
Look at us. Celebrity mashup. That is Christopher Walken and Catherine O'Hara.
My grandma. Sure. It's Walken. That forehead's Walken.
I don't think it's Catherine O'Hara, but I can't think of another one. It's definitely Walken though.
That forehead's Walken and talking. They've done a disservice to my guy.
Yeah, it wasn't O'Hara. That sucks. I wonder who it was. We'll find out. Beverages coming in both regular and zero sugar varieties. What major soda brand released a blackberry flavor of its drink in February of 2025?
Blackberry.
Mountain Dew.
Oh, that's a good
Sounds
call.
like some Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
To do. Let me try that one.
Yeah, Mountain Dew. Good.
Wrong.
Wow.
That's fucked, dude. Television. Dylan McDermott had the lead role in this Emmy-winning network legal drama from 1997 to 2004.
Is that Law and Order?
not to be confused with Dermot Mulroney.
Hey, who's this guy?
Who's this guy? Oh, there's so many Law and Orders. Fuck.
Just the regular one.
Garden wrong.
Ah,
God, dude, we're 2 out of we're
this is a tough day.
Olivia Colman, Emma Stone, and Rachel Weisz all received Oscar nominations for their performances in this 2018 satirical, absurdist dark comedy set in 18th century England.
This is The Favorite, but Favorite has a U.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
There you go.
Hell yeah, dude. There's
Yep.
3. 4's on the table. Music. Oh, I know this one. Dusty.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not a perfect person. There's many things I wish I didn't do are the opening lyrics from what 2004 Hoobastank song? Do you know, Dusty?
This is a song that I wanted to put on the bracket. The reason is you.
You erroneously wanted to put it on the bracket.
I think it stands.
I'm not double dipping.
Yeah, I don't have any better
Let's
answer.
see. NFL was the Raiders, Zach Miller. College football was Mark Herzlich.
Glad you're better, Mark.
Celebrity mashup, that was Saoirse Ronan. I never know her. I don't know who she is. I know how to say her name because it's a weird name, and people are always proud of being able to say her name.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't. I mean, you don't see movies, but she wasn't in anything that you would know.
Yeah,
she was in the remake of Little Women. You're familiar with the idea of the movie Little Women.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big Winona guy.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper was
Whoa.
Blackberry.
I was unaware of their game, so
Television was The Practice.
the practice
The Practice
with Dylan
So,
McDermott.
Anyway,
All right. Well,
it was fun.
so much for that.
We did it.
Yep. Thank you for
The
everybody.
next one will be Dad Rock, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
next one's gonna be
Dad
Dad Rock.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you all very much. Let us know if you think that we were wrong in the breakdown of this bracket. I think there was a clear winner, and we got it. So, hey, we're the Snark Marks Podcast, and we'll be back next week.
Hi.